my only crime was hoping. There is something more than this loneliness I feel. But no one makes me feel less alive. We're fighting fire. The way you push my buttons just right. We're fighting fire. When two voices of nature collide. We're fighting fire. Can't help but feel the temperature rise. We're fighting fire with fire. Maybe if we took a moment, long enough to realize how alike we are, that not everything is broken. 'Cause you know me better than anyone by far. But no one makes me feel less alive. We're fighting fire. The way you push my buttons just right. We're fighting fire. When two voices fire with fire. Two voices of nature collide. We're fighting fire. Can't help but feel the temperature rise. We're fighting fire with fire. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a.
I'm not looking forward to this.
What's the problem?
Gonna be lit. That's a lie. Can't wait for the road to Dragon Ball Z. Of course, we said we would get to it eventually, and this seems like the time to do so. So with this being Demon Slayer month, we realized that some people just do not care about Demon Slayer, and I think from months from now on, we're gonna do 3 to 4 videos for regular revisited, 2 streams, and then a stream of two of or and maybe even a video or two of non-month stuff, so people that don't care about that still have something to engage with.
Why deprive them of our great content?
Or give them a
say
break.
In the flattest tone possible.
Happy to be there. Hello. Happy to be here, of course. Million forgot how to change his name for a little bit. He was a list exists. Oh boy, I'm ready to be mad. Happy to be here. Is there face cam? Not today. What's up, dummy? Got the right account. What's up, balance? I'm not Stan. I'm facing beef in a bit. I'll tell y'all how much I beat him by. Okay, sure thing, Triton. Changing the name. Will you cover Mark last Naruto video? Probably for a little bit at least. I mean, we've got like 16 minutes of content here. We could probably squeeze in some more.
Pretty bad from what I saw.
Dude,
it's pretty bad.
That hyperbolic thing that they linked in the Discord, I was like, "What are you doing, Mark? Just change." I find it hard to convey. Pick up the source, mother. Oh, dude.
Just don't say the whole way. It's amazing. It's the best thing ever. Constantly, and you good.
Jiren irritates me nowadays because the idea of him being against friendship could have made for a good foil for Goku, but as we all know, they fumbled it. Absolutely, because it's very antithetical to what Goku did, because the reason he has his power is because of his friends, Krillin dying and that type of thing. So it really could have, but then they just made him bad guy.
But the biggest issue is that he just has no personality.
Yeah.
It is mad dry justice, man. And I've thrown away everything for I'm like, oh my goodness, this is nothing.
Look
at big flamboyant Doflamingo. He just laughing and goofing, but this dude is just sitting there, a piece of toast. And we supposed to be like, yeah, get him. No, this is another wall situation, but don't make the final villain a wall. Nappa's a wall. He's not too much to Nappa. But for Jiren, you gotta make him something.
Jiren is very complex and good written character.
Up.
Just look at his
Shut
theme.
up.
Oh, wait till you see that video.
Theme.
What's up, Hollis? Hopefully the bowl of mac and cheese will keep me from going off as hard as the other DB videos. Yeah, you're gonna knock that bowl over. You never are looking forward to anything. There's never anything to look forward to.
I look forward to hearing people's arguments. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, what is this video? I want to see what their arguments are. That's where it's not never.
I have to go to church from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. today. Oh my God. I remember them days.
The Catholic Easter stuff.
Yeah, and Good Friday and all of that. Ooh, controversy from AEW.
Yeah, that's those days were rough.
Yeah, I remember them days.
Good luck.
I'm glad I'm an adult and could just go, no Demon Slayer. Yeah, like we said, people don't engage in all the month things. So to not be monotonous and give them a little bit of something, we're going to throw in non-month things every now and then just to give people that don't care about whatever that month is something to do. Like if we did My Hero, people don't care about My Hero. It's just a month that they're not really going to engage in anything we're doing. So give them at least something to do. I had a last minute call to help out with a church live stream. Oh, dude.
Church live stream?
What's up, Hawakas? What's up, Joey? This is going to be atrocious.
No, it could be good.
A moment I see masterpiece in the title is going to be a doozy. Also, hope you guys are well. Yeah, we're doing things. We are where we are. If you don't have Demon Slayer a whole month, then it's not Demon Slayer month, boom. It's a month that's dedicated to Demon Slayer.
Come on now. We giving the Demon Slayer content. We're giving it to you. But like we said, some people might just want a little bit of a break.
Dragon Ball is a 5.5 out of 10 show that people think is an 11 out of 10 for some reason. It's a fun franchise, but it's not a good one. People think it's that way because they grew up with it, mostly.
A lot of the arguments are not very sound.
He liked the ending of Naruto. The war arc was
Of course
awesome.
he did. Of course he did. How dare you? This is Mark we talking about.
Jiren is the greatest foe. I don't know, laugh, puke, or rage. I will win. You have zero face. Sure thing, Triton. Jiren is so boring. He's just a punch monkey. Absolutely.
Oh, it's terrible.
What's up, Peon? Literal last minute bingo card in the Discord. Yeah, it's a good one.
I quite like it.
I think Mark is a cool dude, but his reviews are pretty bad. His last Naruto video was, yeah. I think that's very much what he did. I think he would be a good guy to hang out with, fun, engaging, to talk to, that type of thing, keeping the conversation going. But as far as sitting down, analyzing things, he is not great.
Simply not that good.
Mark's got good thumbnails, and I'm all out of positives for him.
He's got good energy.
What's good in the streets need them Mark videos. His Naruto videos are great. They're really not. We really don't. Did you know that Toppo was supposed to be the final villain, but Toriyama changed his mind at the last minute? Do you think Toppo would have been a better final villain than Jiren? Absolutely, because he has that god of destruction energy, and it's just like, all right, I'm throwing away everything to become a god of destruction, and then they beat them. So then you can look at Beerus and like, can they now beat Beerus? Yeah. It would be something there. Thoughts on Sonic 2? We're talking about it tomorrow in the podcast. I need to adjust this so I can put the Discord and stuff up on the screen again. Oh yeah, we're off tomorrow. So I guess we can give some quick thoughts after we're done. Just ask us after the stream is done when we start doing it. Did you see it? I saw it.
Goodness.
No spoilers. Yeah. We'll let y'all know when the Sonic 2 spoilers are coming. Happened twice. My dad was supposed to help them out, but something held them up, and thus each service was delegated to me. God.
Hey, you punching your ticket to heaven. You can be like, hey, yo, I helped Mr. Jesus.
What's up, love? Demon Slayer Season 3 has been announced. Can't wait to see the Swordsmith arc. Dude, people are already blowing that final arc. I cannot believe it.
Now we just gotta miss Dude and Hashira training. Oh. People gonna learn quick.
I got into Dragon Ball. We're just gonna go for another minute or two before we start I got into Dragon Ball in 2014, and now I'm pretty tired of it for the most part. That's so long ago. Yeah. That's so short.
That's about right.
I think it was in a Demon Slayer video. You jokingly said that villains in other series are T-posing in the void, saying we fight now. Is that Jiren?
That's basically Jiren.
Yes. Toppo was more interesting than Jiren, but that's not saying much. Yeah,
a little bit more.
Mark is a wellspring of positivity, which is fine unless you make reviews for a living. You really need some type of passion on the other end of the spectrum. It's cool if you're a big hype, I love this thing, but you also need a little bit of that. This isn't, what are y'all doing? Make your own podcast tomorrow. There is no podcast tomorrow. Yeah, they punch hard.
They punch real hard.
Hey, yo, this ain't Demon Slayer. We're dunking on Dragon Ball again. Yeah. We're throwing non-month things into some months now. All right. Let's get into it. We're already kind of late.
I didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball, and I heard that if you didn't grow up watching it, that you probably wouldn't like it. Dragon Ball was actually a really good show to watch.
Oh my goodness. Subscribe, y'all, real quick. Just go ahead and subscribe to, who is this? What is this? This is Dragon Ball, the masterpiece.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about none of that. Okay.
That's your job.
Yeah, this is completely my fault. First video is Dragon Ball is a masterpiece by Blocky. Second video is Why Jiren is Goku's greatest foe, Dragon Ball Analysis by SephTheSin. Combined, they have less than 700 views, 800 views. So this isn't big old content creators, y'all. These are some small people.
Dragon Ball is a masterpiece. This is for Dragon Ball is a masterpiece.
This is the first one we're doing.
Dragon Ball is a masterpiece and a classic, and will always stand the test of time. Its animation and character are really good. The fighting is pretty... Commas! I'm gonna read it as it's written. Will stand the test of time. Its animation and character are really good. The fighting is pretty much always with a D at the end on point, and although spelled incorrectly, there are a few issues with it. It's still really good. That should have been a...
Well, dude, why is it when it's grammar stuff?
Pretty much always on point, although there are a few issues with it. Period. It's still really good. Although there's still a few issues with it. Period. It's still really good.
There's no subject there now.
No, there's not. That's improper sentence structure.
Oh, he did a One Piece video.
No, okay. So yeah, that's that description.
Oh yeah, I went through his video. It was like I finally got into One Piece, and then it was just like why I love One Piece. Yep. All right, now we're into it. Subscribe.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
She's so big. I gotta adjust that later on.
I liked the original
Thanks for
Dragon Ball a
joining.
lot more than
But
Dragon
thanks
Ball
for
Z.
joining,
I think
Nami.
that is mostly due in part to the original Dragon Ball. Things
What they said. If you didn't watch the original back then, you can't really like it now. Is basically what they're saying. They, not can't really like it, but it would be difficult. What exactly did they say? So I can argue properly against it.
I think that is mostly due in part to the original.
Back.
Gotta go back even further.
Watching it, that you probably wouldn't like it. Dragon Ball was actually
Probably
a really good
wouldn't
show
like
to
it.
watch.
Okay,
I liked the
pause.
original.
Yeah, probably wouldn't like it. I agree with that because it'd be harder to get into it now because it's such a simple show that a lot of things took what it did and improved on it later. So now you have to go back to the simple show and be like, okay, so where is this going? Nowhere. Okay, what are these side characters doing? Really nothing. And they're flipping about the rules like the Dragon Balls and crap. Sometimes you need to be resurrected right where you are. Sometimes your body will just go to the afterlife. Whatever.
Pay Burry license.
Dragon Ball a lot more than Dragon Ball Z, and I think that is mostly due in part to the original Dragon Ball. Things weren't too out of control, and there was no space travel or aliens. There was no Super Saiyan. There was only regular old martial arts with a few weird powers thrown in for good effect. The story also flowed a lot better in the original Dragon Ball versus Z. In Dragon Ball Z, the story didn't flow as well, probably due to the fact that Toriyama was thinking of making Gohan the protagonist instead of Goku, and that made things get muddled up and not have as cohesive of story. And the art.
Why? It was a completely cohesive story until he just went, no.
Yeah, you can see the slow ascent to Gohan becoming the protagonist, but that doesn't hinder Goku still doing a lot of stuff. There's nothing like, hey, they're here now. It's the deviation to the Gohan show, and Goku just is on the sideline. There's really not anything like that.
Arcs themselves felt way too dragged out in comparison to the original Dragon Ball, where the arcs were shorter and are a lot less talking, making everything
Feeling dragged out.
A lot less talking? Hold on.
What is it? And this is the problem. When we were previewing this, like, hey, do you want to do this? It was just such rapid fire points. And this dude is doing this again. We're like, wait. It's going too fast. It's like, wait, it's talking. Wait.
of story, and the arcs themselves felt way too dragged out in comparison to the original Dragon Ball, where the arcs were shorter and are a lot less talking, making everything involved. But Dragon Ball is really good at making nothing but fights really entertaining for so long.
Wait a second.
Oh, dude.
So how can it be nothing but fights be really entertaining, but it's also dragged out? What's your point here? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Or is it a bad thing that they turn into a good thing because of quality?
Watching him read the Dragon Ball manga made me real sad. The more that more people don't talk about the original. The original is super good. The pauses in their speech is bothering me.
Slow it down. Maybe we need to, because it's like they're already to the next point while we're processing this, and then it's like, hey, that leave me. I am just like, and of course, no explanation on what he's talking about. It's just like the arcs feel dragged out.
There's less talking.
Here he could be like, the arcs feel dragged out. We got just the androids just going across country and they're just driving. And then there's a whole bunch of training for sale. This all could have been cut down. We didn't need to see Vegeta going into the time chamber a second time. Cut that. That's where you explain and explore. But he's already off to the next point.
Worf, he's going a mile a minute, so you've missed a lot.
You missed 3 points.
It's been 45 seconds and he is going. I don't know what. It's so much.
The arc feel dragged out. There's less talking, but that's fine because Dragon Ball can make the fighting entertaining. Wait.
And then the cadence is so weird. The original Dragon Ball was when it was the best, but now it's also pretty good because of the fights that don't drag out anymore. Like, what are we doing?
I accidentally clicked off and I'm lost. I've been here and I'm lost. I ain't go nowhere.
I'm keeping up as someone who speaks fast. Oh, I need your processing because, my God, it's like a machine gun. Exactly, dummy. Just,
The The fact that literally nothing else happens in the story at all. Now, I'm not hating on Dragon Ball Z or anything, but it just isn't as good as the original in my opinion. It just isn't as cohesive of a story. It was.
Yeah, but it's a story. I can't. I think he said it doesn't have as cohesive as a story.
That is also what they said.
Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, enunciate.
Now, I'm not hating on Dragon Ball Z or anything, but it just isn't as good as the original in my opinion. It just isn't as cohesive of a story.
It's just not Cleason of a story.
Yeah, this is a recorded video. You could edit this. This isn't helping your points, unfortunately.
It's just less cohesive of a story. Where'd the end come in? I swear he said an end sound. This is Rise of Skywalker level of pacing. Blaze, you've never seen it. It's accurate. They go boop, 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 boop. I've already got 2 of the 3 things I need. Mondo, it's going so fast. You've missed so much.
Already dead? No. Yep.
Was good. Vegeta and Frieza are amazing characters, but overall, I think the quality of the story just isn't as good. Dragon Ball Z is known for having a lot of fights that last for like over 30 episodes. Now, it isn't quite that extreme, but in reality, the fights still go on for way longer.
You can't say Dragon Ball is known for having fights that last over 30 episodes. Well, it's not that quite extreme, but just say long fights. But you already said long fights, but you said they're entertaining, so it's fine. What's your point here?
Oh, dude, this is incredible.
Longer than they should. Dragon Ball Z is really good at hyping up big fights. Like the fight with Frieza.
Okay. Is he talking about the original Dragon Ball, or is he talking about it in comparison to Z? Because it's been a minute, and I don't know why either is.
He didn't say why Dragon Ball was even good. He just said it's better than Z in his opinion.
We all knew Goku was going to fight Frieza at the end of the arc, but the way they let all the other characters have moments to shine before Goku shows up is awesome, because that shows that they're not just trying to make this.
But they didn't have a chance! I don't care if they just floundering waiting for Goku to hop out of his pod at 3 million. What is that? Did he say it's good pacing?
Something like that.
What's the pacing if other people get to fight? Can I just make sure he said it has good pacing? Could you go back?
To win! If we're like 9 points later, I don't know what you want me to. Where?
Make sure he said it's got good pacing and then praise something that has nothing to do with pacing.
Make it where?
I just go back. Just go back as far as we need to go. 4 minutes. Start it over again.
Let's just go back 15 seconds.
Fights still go on for way longer than they should. Dragon Ball Z is really good at hyping up big fights. Like the fight with Frieza. We all knew Goku was going to fight Frieza at the end of the arc, but the way they let all the other characters have moments to shine before Goku shows up is awesome, because that shows that they're not just trying to make this the Goku show, and they're actually trying to get the side characters to shine. At least that's what I would like to say, but the only...
How is this a masterpiece?
This dude needs to go.
I was about to go off on this dude. Like, them don't really do anything. Well, that's what I would like to say, but then not really too many of them do anything. What's good about Dragon Ball?
Dude, he needs to go in the Guinness Book of World Records for most words said in a YouTube video.
They had something to do with could shine like by pointlessly dying. Yeah, they just got clowned on for a whole stretch of episodes. And Goku just, oh man.
As someone with a speech impediment, I can feel bad for this guy. Also, as someone with the speech impediment, I know that you need to learn to slow down for this reason. Yeah. I stumble over many words when I start speaking a little bit too fast. So I have learned to slow myself way down.
Yeah. And not dogging on him for his speech. I'm dogging on him for, hey, you had to listen to this, and you have free time to edit it and go back and re-record it. Simply do that. Simply make yourself as cohesive as possible. Like when I mess up a word, I just try to, But when we're doing a recorded revisit, I'm not gonna be like, all right, stop. Let me say this properly. No, but if I ever do a proper edited video, I'm gonna be like, all right, make sure that everything is properly said, every word is properly said. I don't want to say something where I'm like, is that the correct word exactly? And then look it up and it's completely not. It's just that's all it is. Just slow. It's really just slow down, because there's no real need to just go the full Micro Machine Man on this. We're not listening to a Twister album.
The characters still in the same weight class as Goku in the future are Vegeta and Gohan. None of the other characters are even really relevant anymore after the Cell Saga, because by that point Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan had all reached peak Super Saiyan, and none of the other side characters could even compete with the main villains anymore, let alone Goku and Vegeta. Let's talk.
Did the side characters compete with the main villains beforehand? Before the Buu Saga? Cell, no.
No.
Cell, no. Frieza, no. Saiyan Arc, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
Even back in Dragon Ball, Krillin lost to Piccolo. At the end of the day, it's all Tien versus Goku and...
DA Scat Dance video win.
Hey, that's a very good question. That's a very good question.
Who says he has an editor? That's a good point. He's probably doing it himself.
Yeah.
It seems very simplistic, so...
Yeah, it's not too difficult with the editing, but you should hear yourself and be like, will other people understand what I'm saying?
He's reached peak efficiency in speaking. What is peak Super Saiyan compared to a non-peak Super Saiyan? Because I heard him say peak Super Saiyan.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I was just like, the peak of Super Saiyan, maybe?
I missed it.
Or maybe Super Saiyan is the peak?
I was processing 2 sentences ago. I missed that.
When is the cat string? Never.
We can do it.
No, y'all.
I can do it.
No.
Talk about Dragon Ball Super here for a bit. Dragon Ball Super is pretty good, but I feel like it wasn't really...
Why are you talking about Dragon Ball Super in a...
I gotta assume he's just talking about the entirety of Dragon Ball. Not just the
Okay, so if
original
things
manga.
bring it down, is it still a masterpiece?
What's funny is he has videos where he goes, blank is almost a masterpiece. So if you're talking about all these negatives of Dragon Ball, wouldn't it make sense to go, Dragon Ball is almost a masterpiece? Why is this one given the title of just masterpiece? Super Saiyan peak is one of many peaks, but it's the peakiest.
Mother's basement.
needed. Like, Dragon Ball Z ended pretty well, and Super just felt out of the blue and random. Dragon Ball Super introduced a lot of stuff into Dragon Ball, like the gods and Super Saiyan God and Blue, as well as the multiverse, which was...
Okay, but...
The gods and Super Saiyan God and Blue.
But, I mean, Dragon Ball Z introduced space travel, time travel, the Saiyans, Namekians,
Aliens, different races.
and not androids. They already had them back then. But yeah, it's you introduce stuff. It introduced the concept of Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3.
Super was for fat stacks, my guy.
Absolutely, you know why Super was made. Don't try to. Why was it? Was this no need? Let Dragon Ball know. Money come in with such little work on anybody's part. Let's be honest. Like, we need 3 writers going, big happens. And it do. And people clap.
Okay, I don't know the plot of this video anymore. He's the first person to ever lose me, and I just got done watching all of Mark's Naruto video. I legitimately, this title makes no sense. We're 2 minutes in of this 7-minute video, and I don't know what's going on.
This is why I say longer videos are better. You're gonna capture like the entirety of Dragon Ball, making it a masterpiece, and you're gonna do that in 7 seconds. 7 minutes while going, the side characters didn't really have too much to do, and Super is aight. Like, what are you doing?
He must not be going for 100% speed run since he hasn't said iconic. He's losing time on that world record with that space and those words.
It's interesting, but kind of random. Despite the fact that Dragon Ball Super is random, it is really good. The gods are interesting, and the power-ups are cool.
The gods are interesting.
That means nothing,
That
dude.
means nothing.
I'm sorry.
What's
Interesting
that
does
dumb
not.
fish god? What about that beauty god? They're not all
Clown god.
statement interesting. And why are you showing Dragon Ball Z footage when you're talking about Super? Download a trailer for Dragon Ball Super and put that over if you don't want to do the full episode. Come on, my guy. Could you do it on YouTube?
Cool, and the new version of Broly is awesome. Dragon Ball Super was a good series that just came out.
Pause. And the new version of Broly is awesome. Dragon Ball Super was... Did he have a program that, like, takes out his silences?
Truncate silence.
Yeah.
is what-
Why?
But no, because he has those hard
He did.
silences, those hard pauses in his words. So it's absolutely not taking it out.
Unless he just went some racial epithets.
Super Saiyan God, these blue
Oh, man.
Yeah, Whis is interesting. He's an
Sure.
angel.
He's an angel. He's not a god. But then you gotta go, Whis is interesting. His sister is basically him.
Yeah.
And then, like, what? There's 9, 10 of them. Cause I think one of the universes guys got wholly erased, whatever, who cares. But there's 9, 10 of them. I remember the little side braid girl. There was one with a big nose. And I don't know. They're just the angels. And you just go, okay, they're just the angels.
It's like a creator wrestler, but everyone has to use the same template.
Yeah.
So you can adjust the nose, the gender, maybe the hair, but everything else just got to be the same. He's critiquing Dragon Ball more than saying it's a masterpiece. And then when he talks about it, positive, it's like, Broly's awesome.
Broly's awesome. The new Broly's awesome. Okay, how did you feel about the old Broly? I don't know how you feel. But we're going already.
Cool, and the new version of Broly is awesome. Dragon Ball Super was a good series that just came out of the blue. Dragon Ball was literally created when my parents were in high school, and that is just insane to me. But Dragon Ball is a classic for a reason, because it is an entertaining show, despite the fact that Dragon Ball came out in the 80s, and it is still...
Dragon Ball is an entertaining show despite the fact it came on. Is this a new point, or is it entertaining despite the fact that it came on in the
Is it a
80s?
continuation or is it a completely new section of the
Dragon
point?
Ball is entertaining, period. Though it came out in the 80s and then it's next... Can we get to the next sentence before we figure out...
The next sentence is going to be 8 points.
I know, but keep your finger on the trigger.
It was literally created when my parents were in high school, and that is just insane to me. But Dragon Ball is a classic for a reason, because it is an entertaining show, despite the fact that Dragon Ball came out in the 80s, and it is still being watched and enjoyed to this day, which is amazing.
I don't care. So is Star Wars. That means nothing. Be good. I don't care if people are enjoying it or entertained by it. It's not good. That's my issue.
It's entertaining, and it can still be watched today. I don't know if it was the 80s connected to the other sentence or this sentence. I don't know.
You just gave up.
I can't waste brain energy to try to figure that out. I can't do that.
Evil Dead is still being enjoyed. What does that mean? Like, I don't care if things came out in the 80s and it's just insane that it's
Old
still...
isn't an argument. Old is just like, oh man,
Old
you
is
can't
still
like it. It's
enjoyed.
old. No, it's really good stuff back then. I love Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I've never seen.
Let's retake that.
Ball has stood the test of time because Toriyama was able to make interesting characters by just fighting, and that is just super cool. The arcs in Dragon Ball are
He was able to make interesting characters by just fighting, and that's
The
super
characters-
cool.
I don't think there's ever been a series in the world where just the fighting is what makes a character interesting.
And
Sailor Moon
Toriyama
came
did
out
not succeed. I don't know why you thought he did.
because he likes it. Sailor Moon came out in the 80s and it's still entertaining. That means nothing. Yeah, I just watched
It's
the latest
nothing.
Sailor Moon movie on Netflix. It's good. The Thing, my God, The Thing is tremendous. One of the greatest horror movies of all time. It's just good. People enjoying it now is not why it's good.
It's not
good
a
and
mark
so
of it.
people.
It's not just, hey, yo, this is an oddity that it was made back then and people still like it, and that's why it's standing the test of time, y'all.
OG Dragon Ball was more than just fighting, my guy. Absolutely. That's when the characters were explored a lot more. Dude, interesting characters fighting were invented by Toriyama.
Right here in the 80s.
Who cares about JoJo's? JoJo's is still being enjoyed from the 80s. And it's almost never stopped.
Like this guy's sentences.
Dog, that prequel was and I don't mean that in a positive way. It was dog. I hated it. I hated it. It was both like a beat for beat remake and a prequel.
Ooh.
It was awful. Yeah, I watched The Shining quite recently, actually, because for some reason I watched Doctor Sleep. I think that's what it's called before then. Mm-hmm. And then no. I watched The Shining because I wanted to watch Doctor Sleep. So I was like, I watched The Shining. Fantastic movie. There's just like a racquetball jump scare, and I'm like, that's amazing.
Have you ever seen the Jeff Goldblum Fly?
Yes, I've seen Fly 1 and 2.
Oh, it's really good.
It's really
got some
good.
really good effects when he's just
practical
morphing
and melting.
I'm like, ooh, get that in there.
Dude, that's why I love practical effects. I know visual effects are more cost effective, but
just seeing like little bits of slime fall off. That's great.
It's great. The prequel to what? The prequel to The Thing. There was a 2003, I want to say, somewhere in the mid 2010s, quote unquote sequel to The Thing, or a remake. We didn't know exactly what it was, but after watching it, you learn that it's actually a prequel, and it's really bad. It's real bad.
Super interesting, and the villains are cool. Frieza is a great villain. Vegeta had one of the best redemption arcs in anime, and
Pause, Vegeta.
Frieza is a great villain.
Wait, how? Why?
No reason given, and Vegeta had one of the best character redemption arcs.
He just is, and Vegeta absolutely did not. He just sat on Earth and was just like, I guess I'm just good now.
Worf, I agree. I think practical effects hold up the test of time more than visual effects, because visual effects you can see when it's like, oh, this is 2003.
You gotta make it look good for the practical effects. You gotta make it look good for the times. But you can always just go spray some blood on somebody, and that blood is always just gonna be some blood that you just sprayed on somebody.
Blaze, I have never seen any Indiana Jones, but I've gotten into a lot of the recent quote unquote cult classics, whatever. So I've been trying to consume more. Predator was actually way better than I thought it was. It would
Never
be.
saw that.
Yeah,
Never saw Alien or Predator.
Dude, Alien is tremendous. Alien 1 and 2, you definitely worth watching.
overall, the villains are all kind of cool, but Boo is the only one that I think is kind of lame, and in my opinion, Boo just felt a little rushed and kind of boring. He was a worse version of Frieza, just evil for the sake of being evil, but done poorly.
But isn't that Cell?
Yes.
Evil for the sake, and Boo is not in any way, shape, or form Frieza, except for when he's Super Boo. Outside of that, he's his own character. He's just an evil character.
Childish and whatnot. The whole killing the blind kid. The whole...
taking care of the dog. And
yeah, when he was tormenting that lady, was just like, hey, you like that handsome guy? I'm handsome. Kissy, kissy. Oh, you won't kiss me? Candy. Boo is nothing like Frieza. All you got is evil for the sake of evil, and not even really that. And rushed, I guess.
I have never seen the original look of the Predator. I'm gonna have to look that up. Isn't that every Dragon Ball Z villain? No, absolutely. At least Kid Buu and Fat Buu was okay. Yeah. I'd even say Super Buu before he absorbed Piccolo and Gotenks was good. Because when he's just walking around and Globe just like, it's like 12 minutes. All right, I'm gonna kill some time and just walk around the globe, counting everybody and just murders them. That's like fantastic. Just like. Do you like eggs? I love that. I love it.
And then when Goten was just beating on him, and then he just cut to him and he's just drinking a smoothie and reading a comic. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, I rock with most forms of Boo.
You can criticize Boo. Absolutely, there's some stuff there. But just, he's rushed and he's like Frieza, but worse? What? Is he just going, I hope I'm just speaking so fast people won't have time to process what I'm saying, right or wrong or anything, and we just moving on.
whereas with Frieza, it is done amazingly. I love Frieza because he's a villain with charisma, and his personality is great. He's just a super fun villain. When he's on screen, you know shit is gonna go down. Piccolo is a villain and not a villain at the same time. Obviously, throughout most of Dragon Ball, Piccolo is not a villain. But when he was introduced as King Piccolo, and not even the same Piccolo we know, I was like, wait, what? Because before watching Dragon Ball, I had no idea Piccolo was a villain at first. And then, when he kills Krillin, I realized, yeah, this guy's going to be cool. And I was right. Piccolo is the only
this guy's gonna be cool. And I was right. That's an interesting Predator design, but I'm glad they went with what they went with, because I can't really see it. This looks more like an alien thing.
Oh, yeah, that does.
Yeah. I don't like the mask. I think that's partly of what it is. I don't like the mask. He talks so fast so you can understand what he's saying. Yeah, dude, it's just like Frieza.
Frieza's good. He's a good villain. He is very charismatic, and I like Frieza because he's charismatic. And then there's King Piccolo. He was a villain, but he's not really a villain. He killed Krillin. I was like, yeah, that's cool. It's like Frieza.
Exactly, Pierre. Boo wasn't evil. He just had a bad influence like Bobbity. Because once he got a good influence in Hercule, look what he's doing now. He's not the evil dude.
Told, hey, yo, don't kill people. He was like, oh, killing people is wrong. Cool.
He was a kid. He was a literal child that was too strong for his own good. Why is he not having his clip soccer matching? Because the clips would be 7 frames. There'd be no time to absorb the information.
Oh man, I might legit just after this go, okay, how many words did he say in a 10-second block, and then compare them to like other YouTuber analysts like Mark and Mother's Basement and stuff, because this dude is legitimately just going for it.
Boo and Hercule are so fun together. I love their dynamic.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool equals great character to this guy, but that's 90% of shonen anime fans. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Boo was a toddler with the power of 1 billion nuclear warheads. Absolutely, that's all it was. He's just a little kid that doesn't really understand right from wrong, and then it's just like, oh no, that was wrong? Okay, done.
Saiyan, an android character that is still somewhat relevant nowadays because he is consistently training, and we can see just how powerful.
Could you go back? I don't know who he was talking about. I don't know who he was talking about.
Piccolo? Yes. King Piccolo,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's constantly training Piccolo.
Piccolo is, he has never really fallen from grace, and he has just reached his peak and can't really do much more, but Piccolo is still insanely powerful to this day. The characters in Dragon Ball
Why Dragon Ball is monster masterpiece. So listen, subscribe.
Did y'all like that? Did you get it, all the points? It's just like, look, I ain't got a whole lot of time, but I got a lot of words. How do I got it. Just go.
Oh, Dad, I understand. Everyone's laughing at it, so they had to change the design. I understand. It's not great. Off topic, one reason that Mark liked the ending of Naruto because it was simple and mirror image of the first chapter. Suck my balls.
Shut up. That was the point.
Piccolo getting baby moded by Frost so helpful. Piccolo is still strong though. Everyone is still strong. Y'all just technically one of the strongest humans.
This is a fight show, and he's not strong enough to do anything. His last big hurrah was against Android 17, and a legitimately good fight that people ain't talking about.
Dude, it was probably one of the best fights in all of Dragon Ball.
And nobody's booping it. And then he got sidelined. He was one of the bums in the filler going, hey, I'll help you, Gohan distract Cell. And Cell just like, stop.
Best part. But considering the show is all about fighting, that makes sense. Because if you don't care about the characters fighting, then it would be a pretty boring fight. Even if
Pause. I don't care about the characters fighting. Why should I care about Tien doing a tri-beam?
And potentially dying. What does it do?
Yamcha versus the Ginyu Force? Great. What? Come on.
He reminds me of YouTubers that just put out the video because they have to get that money, which is understandable. I understand wanting to make your money, but I don't even know if this guy is monetized.
I would make something that I'm proud of, not
exactly.
just to be like,
not just
let me
something.
Just put something out, just for the algorithm, just to keep people engaged, just to have something out there. No, I'd be like, I want to talk about Dragon Ball, so I'm going to talk about Dragon Ball. Properly, not just go Frieza's charismatic and cool.
Triton, I would legitimately run out of breath. 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 I would legitimately run out of breath A challenge, y'all talk as fast as he does for the rest of the video.
No, because we have to formulate our thoughts. He's not saying anything, so he can talk as fast as he wants.
Yeah, Frieza's cool, and I also like that Frieza was there, and anytime he's on screen, something's going down, and I like that about Frieza. And then Cell, I didn't like Cell dress as much. He was a little bit like Frieza, but a little bit worse than Frieza. Boo, on the other hand, was very much like Frieza in that he was just evil for the sake of being evil, but he wasn't allowed to be an actual character, so I didn't really like him. I didn't find him interesting or engaging, but the original Dragon Ball villain, like Piccolo, he was able to get characterization through... You see how I didn't have to...
And then there's no room for me to hop in. You gotta finish 16 paragraphs and then I gotta do 16 and we just play the video. No back and forth, no interaction with the chat. We just read, oh, baby, we're gonna play the video. No.
New April Fool's video, I already have an idea and he already has an idea of what he wants to do.
Year ahead.
Ahead.
Did have beautiful art and animation. We wouldn't really care about the outcome if we didn't care about the characters fighting the battle. And so Toriyama made the characters all super expressive and interesting characters.
Expressive and interesting! Expressive and interesting!
Are characters just supposed to be blank face while doing blast? No, Yamcha! How dare you? I will avenge he.
When Ditto transforms into another Pokemon, just...
And
2 dots and a line for the mouth. Super express. Who praises something like that?
Video game, fighting game players with animation.
No, absolutely. You can absolutely, because you can see like the snap of a punch or something. But this, they just expressive and he's just using generic, just B-roll footage. What else using Rock the Dragon?
What else is he supposed to use? You saw how fast he went from Piccolo.
What you saying?
He went from Piccolo to Frieza to other characters. Dude, I want to edit this video and
properly
and just do the clip and just see how fast it would go. Just how little time there is in between when I gotta go to the next thing.
I can't believe this. Hell, I was great because of everyone in pitched in and helped go on.
Stop doing it like this.
It's hard to not press a space bar when trying to type with no pauses. You gotta actively fight your instincts. And this man is just like, go. What is the point of this? Is that how he's legitimately typing? Because how do you read that fast unless he's just going off the cuff? Or he's just taking out the silences, or he's just speeding himself up. This is tragic.
Which one is this one?
Masterpiece.
Blocky. Okay. I just want to see the latest video he's done and see if he slowed down.
I'm already on it.
Okay.
Why shoujo anime is so underappreciated?
Shoujo anime. Not a lot of people talk about shoujo anime and manga online, which is actually quite strange because there are a few series that are actually quite popular, for instance Sailor Moon. But besides that, it feels to me like no one really wants to give most shoujo series a shot, and it ends up getting thrown in the back burner, which is sad. So today, I'm going to explain to you guys the beauty of the shoujo genre.
Okay,
and
he's
explain
definitely
why
slowed down.
is how much world building there is in this
I think
series.
he's giving more
explain
pauses.
who all the yokai are and why they can be potentially dangerous. They also give us a good explanation on who some of the organizations we see are, which really helps to expand our knowledge and gets us to want to keep watching
Okay, you can
more.
pause this. Yes, this sounds much better. It sounds like he's enunciating his words. He's making them a lot more clear. He slowed down just a little bit, and he's giving proper pauses in between his points. That, in a sense, that sounds a lot better.
I don't see why, but why not back then?
It does care about them even a little. Vegeta, as we all know, is an amazing character. Probably the best in Dragon Ball. He gets the most character development out of any character in Dragon Ball.
Pause. Look at Vegeta getting all that character development.
He's the best character because he gets the most development. That means...
That's Vegeta punching his old self in the face. Ha! I'm good now.
He had someplace to be and had to record it 2 times speed.
probably why so many.
But
But what-
does development just automatically equal good? Is it just like, yeah, you got development?
See, this is the problem with so many YouTubers. Doing the good thing makes thing good. The good thing is development. Your series is doing character development. This character is developing, so it is baseline good. Doesn't matter if it's good development or bad development. Development itself is good, so this is good. It's so ridiculous. I don't know if we've gotten hype yet. We haven't got iconic. It originated here, so it can't be bad. I don't think I've got that. So cool, definitely got it. My childhood, we actually got the opposite. I wasn't a fan when I was a kid. Power scaling doesn't matter. I haven't gotten that. Using something from the old funny dub as a positive? Oh, I hope so. Important cultural impact? No. You like anime because of Dragon Ball. Dude, if either one of these bastards say some shit like that.
We got 2.5 minutes of something left.
Many people like his character, including myself. Vegeta starts off as a villain, someone who is seen as completely unredeemable.
Cameron, it's something that I love that is not stated out loud in Dragon Ball that Super just ruins. As the series progresses, his armor gets less and less. He starts
Less
off
and
with
less
the
saying like
shoulder and the crotch piece, and the next time no crotch piece, next time no shoulders, just the chest, and then the chest it's the straps, and then it's just the jumpsuit in the boot art, and then the
stats.
Super is just like, just put him back in the armor. It's like you don't understand what even just happened. But no, we just gotta have him in armor because that's just his look. It's so bad. I don't even know if it was intentional. But it's just his look.
like he regressed in the armor because he regressed as a character in that he accepted Goku's strength and now he's just like, no, I'm gonna be stronger.
Man, I like that in Dragon Ball. I like it, but it's just ruined. For no reason. Just to give him a look.
Do people like the funny dub that much? I think they like aspects of it, like the Mondo cool stuff that sticks out. Super is lazy GT, his GT Super. I will always advocate for GT over Super. Until Super shows me something.
But as time goes on, and as he starts to build a family with Bulma, he starts to change, and he actually starts to love and care about the Earth, humans, and his family. And hell,
We don't get none of that. It's all off screen. It's all during the time skips. He knocks up Bulma, goes into space and just knocks up Bulma. Super Saiyan time. He don't care.
He don't care.
And then he's just like, Trunks, no! We never saw any
My
of that.
son!
We never saw the training in the hyperbolic time chamber. So it's just all that development of him caring was off screen. I don't know why he cares about Trunks other than it's just his son.
He exists and he is from my seed.
He literally during the cell thing punched him. Just like, don't get in the way of my fight. Oh, he's dead. Dragon Balls? We gotta stop Cell or we're all gonna die. So let's deal with him later. I don't care that he's dead. It's his first time dying. Maybe, I don't know. Is it? Does Vegeta know? What are they talking about? Trunks said that, yeah, we ain't even really trained together. He did his thing, I did my thing. Why does Vegeta care about Trunks? And then he shows that he cares about Trunks. Rah, I'm sad now. Charge at the cell. But then in the boot arc, he goes, Trunks, I never held you since I was a baby. So you stopped caring or what? Why don't you care? Vegeta's the best though.
How did people react to Bulma and Vegeta hooking up back then? I think people were cared more about Trunks. The potential of a cool, new, strong dude.
And just the fact that it was a surprise that it happened.
Yeah.
Nobody really questioned it. I didn't question it.
I definitely didn't. Yep. Cameron, I think people just didn't care. I think there were other more important things on their mind than Bulma and Vegeta. What the happened there?
Yeah. He literally sucker punched Trunks twice. Yeah, but he cares about him. I like GT Dad, Vegeta. The big dumb mustache is amazing. Vegeta caused Cell to be perfect. Trunks died, and that's on him. It's hypocritical for him to be upset. Yeah, it really is. It truly, truly is. And we don't really see any of that. We don't really see any of that regret of after him getting punched out after the final flash and him just going, dang, it was a mistake for me to do that. Can we even beat him? Nothing. It was really nothing like that.
We don't have time to explore characters, just fighting. Absolutely. As a GT fan, I know it's bad, but I love it. My problem is when people say Super is a great show when it is the same stuff. People complain to GT. When Super was more bad, the GT was good. And GT had way more exploration. I loved all the... And they cut it out in America because they were like, y'all don't really want that. When they're going to other planets, it's just like they think Pan is the queen bee. And that's interesting, fun adventures.
Yeah.
Give me that.
It's stuff that you can't just punch your way out of.
Now, do y'all think Goku or Vegeta is the better dad? Vegeta.
I mean, it's a low bar.
Vegeta.
But
Goku,
he's there.
If we're picking Super, Goku let his 7... I think Goten's like 10 there. A 7 to 10-year-old kid drive a tractor off a cliff so he can go training. Vegeta said, I'm not going to the tournament because Bulma's pregnant. And I want to be here for my wife and child. Better dad. Goku don't give a yo. He don't care.
Even Goku to some extent. Vegeta is one of the most prideful characters in like all of anime. So when he admits defeat or admits that he can't do something, or even when he sacrifices
Could you
himself.
go back to the Spopovich? Just go back to the Spopovich.
One of the most prideful characters in like all of
The
anime.
aspect ratio changed.
Why are you paying attention to these things?
I wasn't listening to him, so I had to look at something because I
What
was
was
gonna
even
make a
the
joke
point of-
about Vegeta is the most developed as Android 17 just get kicked in the face. But then I just saw the aspect ratio and and once I start thinking about that, I can't absorb new information. So we gotta stop, pause, reset, and then get the points.
What was the point of Spopovich?
Why did he have that clip in there?
It feels like a mistake. Cause look, okay, we go from Android fighting to Spopovich Videl to
Goku
Android
to some
fighting.
extent. Vegeta is one of the most prideful characters in like all of anime. So when he admits defeat,
You sit up there and tell me that's just not an editing mistake. You lie to me and say that's just not a mistake of the editing.
Dude, if you're not going to be good at editing, or if you're just going to be this bad, just have a floating PNG. It's not even worth it at this point.
or admits that he can't do something, or even when he sacrifices himself, it is always extremely powerful, because seeing a man who believes that he is the strongest in the universe get beaten and humbled by those he sees as weaker is amazing, and that is the big...
It's not amazing. It keeps happening.
Yeah, and nothing really comes of it.
The thing itself is not amazing. What could come later could be amazing.
Yeah.
You're just going, the event itself is amazing. That's ridiculous.
And like you said, he just doesn't learn. When he clashes with Frieza, they're first form Frieza. They're about on par. And he goes, yeah, I know you got some transformations. Go ahead and transform. But then that just happens later with Cell. It happens with the androids of, hey, don't wish away the androids. We want to fight them.
This was done a year ago, Cameron.
A year.
So I don't know if that's an excuse. Even if it's one of your first videos, like, you... Guy hires some Indian editor for $10. I mean, I'm sure on Fiverr you could...
It's a 7-minute video. It shouldn't take that long.
Is this video almost over? Yeah, we got about 2 minutes.
Does anybody know how to download a PNG without the background? Yeah, you can just go to Google Images, and then there should be a little point where you could be like, hey, PNG only. Let me see. Images.
You could just look up thing PNG or transparent background PNG.
There used to be one.
Yeah, I don't know if they changed it, but you could just go PNG transparent background Luffy or something, or just PNG Luffy, and click on it, and a lot of times it'll just be a transparent background. How do we make this into an hour? Because there's so much to unpack.
He has so many points that we need to just properly. And this bastard just calling me out for pausing and trying to dissect things.
No, I'm calling you out for going back because I don't need to hear 14 points so you can re-listen to one of them. That's what I'm like. Don't go back. We can't
We
go
should
back.
be on point duty where I just take one and you take the other one and I take the next one, just so we don't keep trying to figure out what he's saying. Just like, all right, shut off my brain. This is your point.
Okay, but when does it start and end? Because he flows almost seamlessly between points. Like you tried to do that 80s thing. When would you have stopped there?
What was the?
And what was my begin?
point? And then you're just like, wait, is this my point? And you're not thinking about the point itself. The point is already gone. You're like, oh crap, was that my point? Should I have said something? And then you look over at me and I'm just like, well, what's going on? Wait.
You're just pointing like,
Reason why I think Vegeta is the best Dragon Ball character. Dragon Ball Super didn't have as many interesting characters in it compared to the older series, but there is one character that I actually really like from Super, and that character is Beerus. He's a super entertaining character. Whenever he's on screen, you know it's going to be a fun time.
it's basically the same thing as Frieza.
Yeah.
He basically said the same thing.
Really, he did.
Except when it's going down, it's going to be a fun time.
And he is also the first character to flat out beat every one of the Z fighters, including Goku, which is just insane. Goku got all powered up into his god form just to fight Beerus, and he still couldn't win, which, considering the Z fighters have always gotten out of every situation okay, seeing Goku not be able to beat someone was actually insane, even though we
But he got out of the situation okay.
Yeah. Situation is
Better!
fine.
New friend. If it wasn't
New
for the whole
form.
Beerus thing, they would have never met the Grand Priest, and the Grand Priest and Zeno, and then the universe would have just been destroyed. It is a net positive that they met Beerus.
Has he shown any super clips?
Zero.
Because Blaze is like, he's not even showing Beerus, but like, I don't think he's shown anything super.
He got that Spopovich in, though. That's important.
Beerus and Whis always being around and super actively hurts the series. Absolutely, because it's just like, why aren't they handling it? Oh, we're not meant to. For what? On whose decree and why not? I don't understand.
know he's a god, it is still insane to see because in previous scenarios he either won or we knew he could win, but he left it up to his kids to win, like with Cell and Boo, which just makes Beerus that much more insane of a character. Normally I would talk about the animation quality or something here, but honestly, I don't really think that's fair, considering Dragon Ball is from the 80s, but I guess I could try. The animation is actually pretty good in the earlier series and in DBZ. For it all being hand-drawn, it looks and flows pretty well. Now, as for Dragon Ball Super, do I really have to talk about that? It honestly isn't the greatest, and there are definitely some still images from Super that look a little messed up, and they were even turned into memes. But overall, the quality is actually pretty good. The music and
Then what's the point of talking about the bad if it's all just pretty good? Just don't talk about it. You said for the 80s it's cool, and then for here, yeah, this is good too. You're just going, wait a second! He just put those images in there to show what he meant.
Oh, yeah.
So he's capable of doing
He
it.
is capable of doing it. He did do the meme thing.
So why we now know that he can.
That
So
he
we
has
are
the
forced to just believe that he just chooses not to.
Because it's easier.
Dragon Ball is really good, and it just makes the fights a lot more hype than what they probably would be without the music. The music works really well with Dragon Ball, as there is a lot of emotional scenes and badass scenes that really need a lot of good music to just amplify.
The music. There's a lot of scenes that need good music, and then they got the good music, and the music is good because it's got the good music.
Mother, I'm so tired of this music stuff. People just like, the music of this scene, of course. Oh, sad scene, sad music. Hype scene, hype music. What are we doing? Unless it's so abjectly horrible, like in that Go-Go Broly bush. It's whatever. It just accentuates the scene. We understand.
Music works really well in a lot of series, which why I would expect it to. Exactly. It's not even worth praising.
I don't know why, but I love the name My Back Tingles. Goku never lost to Yamcha. Like, Go Broly is hype, you can get out of here.
Oh no!
I no longer like your name.
That sucks. I was sitting in the theater just like, who's yelling? Shut up! Oh, it's the soundtrack. What? Who?
To just amplify it and make it a lot better. Dragon Ball overall is a really entertaining show and is pretty.
Which music though? The Faulkner stuff or the original? That's a very good question.
We don't know what he means. He just says the music.
It was hype in my opinion. That's fine. I think it was meant to be like, hey, you should get hype for this. And I think it accomplishes that. I just don't think it's sonically good. I think it's weird on the ears.
Weird because you don't like. What do you get that in? I don't.
And why would you root for Broly in that instant? What is this African sounding? It sounds like some the Lion King bush. Now, I will say before the Go Broly part, it sounds like a good. It sounds like a good song. But the second again, away, oh go bro, away, oh go.
But we know this can be done well because Maximum Hormone did the Frieza song.
Frieza,
and it's all about Frieza being a tyrant and slaughtering people and not really giving a crap. It's not like, yeah, you go Frieza. It's like, no, Frieza's not somebody you want to mess with.
Frieza. That's so good.
When he's hopping out the pod and it's just playing, I'm like, that's pretty hype. Too bad that movie sucks.
Dragon Ball overall is a really entertaining show and is pretty much nothing about fighting. Most of the characters are interesting, or at the very least have cool personalities, and the overall world and universe.
They're interesting or they have cool personalities. How is that what's the differentiation? How can you be interesting without a cool personality? What is
calm cool guy? Okay, I think it's based on what your perception of cool is, because I don't think Chopper has a cool personality.
No, he never said a cool personality.
Okay, what did he say?
Or he did say a cool personality, but not a sort of cool calm person. It is a cool personality, as in I enjoy their personality.
No, but you said what's the difference between being interesting character and a cool personality?
And having a cool personality.
Okay, it depends on what you mean a cool personality.
I don't mean cool personality as in you're a calm cool guy. I mean a personality that is to be liked.
Okay. Sasuke?
Because the character is the...
Sasuke?
You telling me people don't find him interesting?
No, I think they do, but I don't think they find his personality cool. Then again, maybe they do.
Yeah, he's the archetypical cool, calm guy. I don't know. Funny coward.
And is pretty much nothing about fighting. Most of the characters are interesting, or at the very least have cool personalities, and the overall world and universes are super cool as well. Dragon Ball is a classic anime that has stood the test of time, and will probably continue to do so. So, if you haven't watched it, then I definitely recommend you do so, as it is a really fun watch, and I can guarantee that you will have a fun time watching, despite all of its flaws.
Wow, that was
my goodness.
That was loud. You basically just wait. It's a masterpiece because real cool.
Get in that anomaly. I can't rate that.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
He ain't make a point.
We're anomalying it.
I'm thinking of the first point. No, I can't rate that. I'm sorry. Man.
Yeah, that was
that
weird
video
one.
has not convinced me that Dragon Ball is a masterpiece. Really? I'm kind of swayed. What did he say legitimately? Cool stuff happens. Characters are aight. Super getting memed on, but that's cool. Muff, they mentioned GT.
That don't count. It's not
Oh
canon.
my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there.
You know what? At least he gave the negatives. That's right. Sasuke is your favorite character in Naruto, but I will say that he has basically no personality. Yeah, no, I don't like Sasuke. I don't like him.
I tuned in towards the end, but it didn't seem like he was saying anything. He absolutely wasn't. A lot of his assertions of why Dragon Ball is a masterpiece is just that it's got a lot of cool and interesting things. Fights cool, characters interesting, and that was essentially what he said for 7 minutes. it was not a very good video. I think he needs to learn, and I think it sounds like he did learn how to actually explore his points instead of just saying the blanket statement of cool, interesting. So why is Dragon Ball a masterpiece? Cool, interesting, and people still enjoy it to this day, even though it came out in the 80s. So that has to mean something.
That's what it is. And now we're going on to why Jiren is Goku's greatest foe.
In parentheses, Dragon Ball Analysis. By, we've said it already, but might as well just say it again. By SephTheSin. SEPH, the Sin.
Okay. Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power has a villain or antagonist that many people dislike, that being Jiren. But I think he's actually one of the best villains in the series, as no one understands Jiren, and this is why he's actually great.
Can we stop with the no one understands? I understand it's clickbait and all this stuff, but people agree with in the comment section with these people, so someone did understand along with you. It's such a blanket term that just means nothing but to sound as informed as possible versus the next people who you are saying are not as informed as you.
And you're really just going, nobody understands Jiren in the way that I understand Jiren, so here's what I'm going to say. And it's like, well, there's no real, like, blanket, hey, here's the objective qualities of this character. Now you understand them. Not really.
I love Jiren not because he's a good character, but because he looks so stupid, but is expected to have a serious aura.
Man, this not even the beginnings of a design. It's embarrassing. Muff was just the last day like, oh crap, I was supposed to design and then he just looked in the TV. He went on Discord just like, all right, I need an idea, and I saw an alien emoji and went, can I? Will anybody? Is this cool? And they went, you done it again, Toriyama.
It's like that Family Guy skit with Stephen King, just like, it's a lamp monster. yeah. When can you have it?
How can you take the mother serious? You look at him and just go, he's an alien. He is a 1940s Twilight Zone alien. And that's it. You gotta have a good striking design.
Why do people like Jiren? He is literally nothing because he's strong.
Big strong.
People love big strong in Dragon Ball.
And he facilitates big strong action moments that are cool. So and that really helps with people because they go, y'all, episode 109, 112, whatever episode that was, where they go, oh man, big Sasuke stuff. But when it comes down to it, it ain't much there.
His backstory was very underwhelming and for some reason attacked the audience. Spring, I will never understand.
Yeah, you think that he'd be like, all right, disqualified. Universe destroyed. No, you can't do that. You're so much stronger than Krillin. You're literally just gonna kill him. And the tournament has a no killing rule. What are you doing? No, you're out of here. Get him out of here.
I'll give moral of this. His design was good until the transformation. I loved his old man withered look. I love that look.
That was good. That was a good look. The old goat man. That's a legitimately good look. And then he just turned it to the same Cell face, Piccolo face, hit face, no design bull crap. It is template hit and then add or take away stuff. Right. Same ears, same all that crap. We got to get to this video.
Yeah.
I understand.
A few weeks back, I made a video about why I love Dragon Ball Super.
Why is he speaking so slow?
Yeah, we gotta speed this up. 2 times speed, y'all.
Tournament of Power. Although I'm quite happy with how said video turned out, I did say one thing in that video which I now completely disagree with. And the reason I came to this new conclusion was due to the fact I recently sat down and watched the entire Tournament of Power in one go, a good use of 14 hours I assure you, and through this watch through I realised a few things. Firstly, that the Tournament
of Power is 14 hours.
That's long. 3 episodes per hour times 14, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's that, 42 episodes?
Oh my god. Who?
Him.
Who could?
Him.
Who would?
We did. I mean, weekly, but first guy was too fast, this guy's too slow.
Well, We're
about to Goldilocks this. Next one's gonna be just right, Mark. Everyone is big, strong, that nothing, and backstory nothing, look nothing, power set nothing. It doesn't matter. Big, strong.
Big strong.
He's the biggest and strongest.
In the manga, he at least had something where they were just like, all right, Jiren, let's go to this tournament. He was like, no, I got to protect the universe. And he goes, no, the universe will be destroyed if we don't do the tournament. He's like, all right, I'll go, but if I get wind that the universe is in trouble over here, I'm flying back over. And that's something. He's like, I am big justice man.
Now, I mean, you might be right. We might just need to let our brains reset with this.
Yeah, because he is talking kind of slow, and I don't know if that's him or the fact that it's now just like.
Fan fiction does DBZ better? Absolutely. I've seen videos of like I would like have seen this in the Cell arc, and it was just like that would have made so much more sense. Like Gohan becoming more attached to Android 16 through that downtime, so when he gets destroyed, it means something.
But you got the benefit of hindsight. You got the benefit of an already created story and characters and all that stuff. You know where it ended, so you can just go, okay, so now how can it be improved? Bing, bang, boom.
Power did a really good job of introducing unique key attacks and techniques to make the series' power system a tad more fleshed out. Secondly, that I like how
unique key attacks? It's the same attacks, but they look different.
Feel more fleshed out?
What fleshes out the series with this attack by Caulifla?
Do we really need fleshing out some? What is this? Dragon Ball was under 300 episodes, and this was in the 60s, 70s here? Some almost 400 or 500 episodes. Do we need more fleshing out? Shouldn't you have done that already?
You're a One Piece fan. You cannot be talking about this.
I absolutely can be talking, because that was done in Z. And then they just went, hey, here's more.
Caulifla and Kefla way more than I used to. And third, that Jiren is not so good at
what do you say about Kale and Caulifla?
Fleshed out. Secondly, that I like Kale, Caulifla, and Kefla way more than I used to. And third,
what do you mean you like them way more than you used to? They were introduced. Oh, in the rewatch. I'm like, they were introduced on this arc.
Originally, he was probably like, no, this is the big.
Get him, Vegeta. Yeah, he's got the armor.
Is not a good antagonist. On the contrary, he is a great one. Anyway, for any...
Oh my Jesus! Can someone not do this, please?
No, but you have to. It drives up numbers.
Okay, we're looking at their numbers. It really didn't.
Because they're not particularly good videos.
That's the point I always make. Make me want to like and subscribe, not just tell me to like and subscribe.
Because it's just going to be empty numbers at that point.
Empty numbers. We don't give a
And then you look at somebody like Mother's Basement who's got 1 mil, 2 mil, and he's getting 200K per video. And you're like, oh, because people don't really care. They subscribe because they were told to subscribe.
I slipped. Now I missed an hour. Oh, dude, you missed so much in an hour.
Don't go back.
Don't go back.
Do not.
Isn't it mandatory for YouTubers to say like and subscribe? We don't give a dislike, unsubscribe. You know, in our other form in the scene 2 where it's the the Demon Slayer animated background, if someone subscribes to us, it alerts, the voice alert is unsubscribe, please. Don't. We cared about the emote. Now we don't care if we get another subscriber ever.
I just realized people like Gavin like to watch videos at like 1.52 speed.
Yeah.
Literally can't with that.
Literally can't, dude. Try watching R Revisited at 2 times speed. Oh, I can't wait.
Literally can't do it.
I might need to do that. that sounds hype.
You can't. It's impossible. I didn't get something at normal speed.
Detained, then consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell, as you don't know how much such a small action could do for this channel. Anyway, on with the video. Jiren is often accused of being a bad antagonist due to him being bland, untalkative, and having a stupid backstory, and I personally have come to disagree with all these sentiments.
Pause. Bland, untalkative, and a generic backstory, did you say?
Yep.
Bland, absolutely he's bland. He sits there meditating.
Bad backstory.
He sits there meditating for a good chunk of it, And then when he gets up, he just sort of flicking away people. There's not too much to his personality.
He beat Vegeta and went warrior. Sleep. Not talkative. He is master bland. What are your guys' favorite anime or series? There's quite a few. So once we finish up the videos, we have a Q&A section. We'll remember to answer those questions later on. In fact, I'll take a screenshot real quick just to...
But yeah, the backstory? Oh man, my master was killed and then big punch. And then we just have to go, okay, I can he trained with gods, Super Saiyan, multipliers, blah blah blah. Sure. But then this dude rocks up, no god key, not god training. It's like, yeah, he's just raw stronger than the god of destruction. Is that him? Is that his race? What's going on here? His backstory is not that good.
As Jiren is first and foremost a foil to Goku. Jiren had his family, his friends and his master killed in front of him. He couldn't protect those he cared about because...
Pause.
Thematic bush. Is this thematic
yes,
bush?
It's good because he's thematically the opposite of Goku, and thus...
Would you slap your brother live for $100? Absolutely.
For free.
Either way. $5.
If it pisses me off. This isn't something that I don't want to do or I'm against. What are you talking about? I'm all about violence.
There were no Dragon Balls to bring back his friends. He was left all alone. He couldn't rely...
Hey, Chris! I have a package coming in a minute. Just look out for it. All right, yeah. All right, cool. It's just a can opener because, you ain't bought one.
On his own strength to protect his friends, but due to that he was left with nothing.
He punched me for free because of Rock City Boys!
I didn't punch you on purpose. I was flailing.
And I got punched!
Yeah, because you was in the way of my powerful arms.
He couldn't rely on his own strength to protect
What is this honey beanie look he's rocking? What, are you about to rob a convenience store? The f is this?
Mask on. I mean, it's a can opener. Take it downstairs. What do you want me to do?
know.
What do you want me to do?
This is a horrible look for him.
Horrible.
Wait a second.
It's like the generic look of a generic alien. There's nothing good here. And then it's this dull gray overdue. DA flailing arms. If you get hit, it's your fault.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with Rock City Boys? It's the best fairy tale open.
We're not doing this again. We're absolutely not.
Because themes are baby easy. Absolutely. It's so easy to connect 2 to 3 things and just go, wow, the themes. It works in the themes. But does it make it good? Just having a theme, just exploring the theme does not make the thing good. Jiren is not good because he's a thematic foil for Goku. That's ridiculous. What are you looking for?
He's got the same dumb beanie as that dude that's with Chile.
Oh, yeah, he does.
This is...
Oh, yeah, they just plopped that right on his head. They all shop at the same alien Gap.
This... Why... What is this back turned? I'm not accepting that Jiren is hype in any way, shape, or form. When you present this, when they just turn to Bogamo and they just like, yo, what's his backstory? Oh, his master was killed and he's the way of the fist now. It's like, why are you telling them this? Space Nike.
Rely on his own strength to protect his friends, but due to that he was left with nothing but himself and his own strength. Jiren has suffered a lot, and the only way he can rationalize...
So why didn't he seek out anybody else to take care of him, or...
Because he was done with friends. All they do is betray and hurt you, so I only need my fist.
They didn't betray him, they died!
And that's a betrayal, because they're supposed to be together forever, so fist. All it leads to is heartbreak and betrayal, so fist.
That to himself is that he wasn't strong enough, and that he had to get stronger. If he gets strong enough to beat everyone, then he will never have to blame his own lack of strength again.
Okay, How did he acquire the strength that Goku and Vegeta, who are training with literal gods and angels, cannot acquire? What was the process of his training?
Legitimately. We're not thinking about that. Because then you have
He was left with friends, but they left. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So, heartbreak, betrayal, death.
Shut up.
Fished!
But the series doesn't care because they just turn to Broly and just go, yeah, just stronger than Vegeta now.
How? You're eating swamp goo. You're sustaining yourself on the blood of bugs. What are we doing here?
I was looking to see how
Strong
old,
equals amazing character.
I was looking to see how old Jiren is, but there's just nothing.
He got trained by a god and an angel.
Goku, on the other hand, has also lost friends, family, and his master, but unlike Jiren, he had the Dragon Balls, he could bring them back. No matter who Goku lost, he always had others by his side to help him bring those people back. Jiren didn't have anyone to rely on, but Goku had his friends to rely on. Jiren desired true strength so he could never lack strength again, but Goku wanted the opposite. He wanted to never achieve true strength, to never reach the ceiling. All he wanted in life was to fight stronger and stronger people. They are fundamentally different. As there is one major difference.
Okay, fine. That's absolutely fine. But
Now what?
Now what? What do you do with that? This is going back to that Oceana's video where he just goes, all right, you got your theme, and then just do the theme. It's like, no, you got the theme. Now what? How does it implement it? He just goes, you suck. And Goku goes, no, I don't suck. My friends.
Between them, and that is trust and companions. It's kind of a trope in Dragon Ball for everyone to take their turns fighting the big bad. I mean, Gohan, Vegeta, Krillin, Piccolo, and Goku all had to at least scuffle with Frieza or Namek, and if even one of them wasn't present, then Goku may have lost in the end. Goku's strength comes from his companions. He gained Super Saiyan thanks to Krillin, his friend, whereas Jiren gained all his strengths on his own without the help of anyone else.
Pause.
How did he gain the strength?
And if you
Adult Swim.
And if you look at it like that, you can just go, okay, Goku fought and died, and he had to watch his friends die and unlock the power of anger. Jiren got mad twice, and then he got super duper strong. I'd be like, I'll go with the Jiren route, because he's just like base strong. It's not like, hey, Super Saiyan Blue, now I gotta drain my ki, and Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken, hey, I might just die. Jiren's just like strong.
Jiren said he wanted to see what lies beyond strength. So he did not want the ceiling. He wanted what was past strength.
Does he understand Jiren?
No one, I guess. I guess he was right. No one understands. Not even myself. That is just a good.
The Super Saiyan God ritual, especially in the anime, is a great example of this difference. Goku took in the power of his companions to reach a strength he can never attain on his own. He relies on others to gain his power.
Pause. I always hated the Super Saiyan God ritual. It is just, hey, put your energy into this dude, and then you're a Super Saiyan God now.
Yeah.
Why is it exactly 5?
6.
6?
5? The 4 round and then pass a 5.
Why is it
Well, 6 including the person.
Why that number? What would happen if it was 8? Would he just blow up?
Huh? What?
And then they have to just go, yeah, the Namekian Book of Legends, and they go, yeah, Yamoshi, he was the first Super Saiyan. No, he was actually the first Super Saiyan God. But it could be legend. Who knows? Who cares? I just don't like it. It's just give your energy to this person, and they will unlock something within themselves and gain God Ki.
That's one transformation out of 6, buddy. Goku is always leaving his friends. Yeah, Super Saiyan 1 was just one transformation that was because of friends. What about all the rest? Vegeta was it was just like, no, I want this. I want it so bad, Rob.
At the end of Dragon Ball Z, Bulma rocks up and just goes, I haven't seen you in 5 years. You're literal first friend ever. You can teleport directly to her.
Hey, there is nothing to just go, all right, I want to go see Bulma. I'll be back in like an hour.
Your son and her son are friends. You've known Vegeta for 20 years at that point. You can't rock up for a morning tea?
But why is he in the Pride Troopers? He could have easily been a bad guy. Yeah, I don't know why he cares about justice in this instance. To be fair, Bulma tried to piece Goku up with a pistol.
Sure. But then she was just like, hey, you want some of this booty?
So all is forgiven.
Yeah. Why'd they have to include Videl? Is that the only way that she could be revealed to be pregnant? New concept. It could have easily just been 4. Yeah, it could have just easily been 4.
Yeah,
But,
no, they wanted people to
literally
recognize
just,
Pan.
It was just for the pregnancy thing.
They wanted people to clap for Pan.
Yeah. Oh, Pan is a coming. And then her hair just turns gold and you have to be like...
I think it's the afterglow of their gold.
Well, what? Okay, so does she get the energy still?
I don't...
What did Vegeta do to get the Super Saiyan God? Did he also do the ritual, or is it just the remnants of the energy that was given off? Because if it's the remnants of the energy given off, well, we got 4 other mothers that just like they can turn Super Saiyan God at any point, and then that's just a big old problem.
Goku... Chi-Chi would not care if Goku went off alone to go see Bulma. As long as he bringing in that cash money to sustain their child becoming a scholar, she don't give a shit.
Literally, Bulma walked in a towel, and Vegeta was like, what the f*** are you doing here? Like, I don't care about seeing you naked. He don't care.
He don't care, and Chi-Chi knows she don't care. That ritual done.
Bastard ain't know what kissing was. What she got to worry about?
Even though never had
She afraid someone else is gonna rape him.
this, he reached an apex of power beyond a god of destruction without forms, without help, just...
How?
He just did.
He just did thing. Is that worthwhile writing?
on his own. One of the biggest themes of the Tournament of Power is teamwork or a lack of teamwork.
One of the biggest things, dude, they legitimately just was like, all right, we're all jumping off on our own.
The theme is teamwork or the lack of teamwork. Is that 2 separate themes, or is it just one theme being teamwork or the lack of teamwork? Because the Universe 7, they didn't really have that too much teamwork. The Pride Troopers, there was like 4 or 5 that I legitimately did not remember existed.
There are legit, like, a vast majority of a series of 1-on-1, 2-on-1 fights. And then at the end, it's just like, all right, we got to do this as a team. That's the theme there, sir? Why do you guys think, who watches Wild Dragon? Just consume. Yeah, it's just consuming Dragon Ball. They think it's hype.
Yeah,
they want that nostalgia. Jiren just sucks. there's no inch subtlety.
Yeah, it's just he wants.
It's so blunt.
but the problem with thinking of when watching Dragon Ball, you can just be like, yo, I'm all about just the whatever, the big awesome fight stuff. And then you just have to, but then there's videos like this that's just like, nah. You don't understand, Jiren. It's like, okay, so now we're thinking. Mm-hmm. And once we start thinking, it's a problem.
Yeah, if you want to turn your brain off and clap at Dragon Ball, I have no problem. If you want to go, it's the hypest thing I've ever seen, I loved it, I have no problem. The second you start describing it to be good, then we have to think, and then we have to discuss.
And this is what Homeboy is doing.
And he's going, it's good.
Universe 7 made a plan beforehand to work together. Their key to winning was to work together.
But they didn't. They flew off on their own, and then Gohan was like, all right, we gotta go. Hell no, you're already eliminated, Krillin. Sorry, never mind. Guess the plan don't mean...
Freaking, they like Roshi looking eye to eye with Frost. That shouldn't be happening. That man will be murdered.
Something no other universe does, as shown at the beginning of the tournament, where everyone but Universe 7 starts fighting immediately. Universe 11 also works together in some form, but Jiren never really shows any interest towards helping his companions, and as a result, by the end of the tournament, it's just Jiren on his own, where Universe 7 still...
Why is he on a team with people who are so much weaker than him? I mean, you go Topo, alright, fine, cool.
You act the same of Universe 7.
What? No. The Pride Troopers.
Oh, the Pride Troopers themselves?
No, why is he on the Pride Troopers if you just got Topo, who let's just say is roughly on the scale of Jiren, and then you just got a bunch of literal bums? Why?
But again, you can say the same thing for 7. You got 3-4 people, and then you got literal bombs.
No, but they're not a team. That is a group of people.
Okay.
They got
But
a uniform and they
think-
got poses and everything.
Are the Pride Troopers like a governmentally sanctioned?
Dude, we can't.
Or is it just like, or is it just a bunch of people that just came together like, yo, we want to fight for justice? Are they vigilantes? Or are they a sanctioned group for their planet? Because if it's a sanctioned group for the planet, I can see Jiren wanting to join to try to find out what lies beyond strength, just being strength. But if it's just like a group, oh no, what?
The Pride Troopers are a very powerful hero team who operate in Universe 11. They're led by Topo. The Pride Troopers work under their god of destruction, Belmont, and thus can be classified as agents of destruction. The most elite Pride Troopers made up the Team Universe 11 during the Tournament of Power. So there are others that are so much weaker than whoever this person is. And I don't even need to describe them. Look up a picture of the Pride Troopers and point to any of them that's not Jiren, Dispo, or Topo, and it's that one that they're on the team with.
Yo,
because they're bums.
We went through it and we were just like, what's the name? What's the gender? We were lost. Belmont? Is Belmont one of them?
Belmont is the god.
Oh yeah. Oh, Belmont's the god. Yeah. Is that which god is that? Clown?
Clown man.
Clown god. That's Clown god.
The Pride Troopers were.
How did I know that?
The Pride Troopers were originally just a motley crew of people with different ideologies and background. They
really were just a group of people that came together, and then the god of destruction was like, yeah, okay.
Though they grouped together due to all being on the side of justice. When evil attacks, the Pride Troopers are called out to travel the planet and eliminate any threats. The team.
Belmont used to be a Pride Trooper in the manga?
Yes, he did.
What are we doing?
And here it is right here. I'm giving up. Goodbye. I'm a Pride Trooper. No more. That's the Spider-Man thing, you see. The team seemingly has at least several bases amongst the galaxy, including one on planet Netfis. Netfis. The organization is known to have existed in Universe 11 for at least almost 300,000 years, as it existed before Belmont even became a god of destruction. We got problems.
So 300,000 years ago, a bunch of people just came together and eventually they became an actual group of people operating under a god of destruction?
Sure.
So why is Jiren there?
Who was the god of destruction for Belmont? What is the process of phasing out a god of destruction?
Is the wiki making this up?
There's no way to fact check this.
Just auto-populating it.
So, there had to be another god of destruction before Belmont.
Yep.
He is no longer the god of destruction.
Yep.
And therefore can join the tournament unless he's dead.
How do you stop being a god of destruction?
What is the process of it?
It has
if
to be.
This bastard is living for almost 300,000 years.
It has to be the current god of destruction has to beat the past one.
It just has to be Mortal Kombat.
It has to kill him. It has to.
But then again, Topo, he's being trained to be a god of destruction, so he's just like, all right, yeah, come and kill me.
Dutch, you're right. Who cares about world building? Just consume.
No, we can't be. It's like a 300,000 year organization that with
bums, so many bums.
I don't need friends or anything, but I'm gonna join this group of God sanctioned people.
MK lore is great. It's just really underexplored. Like Chaos Realm and Order Realm, we have rarely ever Dream Realm, because Freddy Krueger, we have never explored these. This is bullshit. There's a Namekian Book of Legend that talks about the Super Saiyan God, and within the same wiki article, there's 2 different legends of the same book. Dude,
but
it's a mess.
It's the fact that the Book of Legends has not been explored enough, so they could just go, whatever we need for this moment, we doing it.
Belmont was friends with Jiren's mentor. I think that must be why. Okay.
Many of its fighters. And although you could say the same about Goku, he still works with his teammates when they need him to. Goku, throughout the latter half of Z, spends much of his time trying to...
When he need... Okay, but... instant transmission still works, and he let Tien get pieced up.
He sat there like, we can't do anything yet. No, don't do nothing.
He did it when the big moments, but it wasn't. Goku should be able to do a bunch of stuff. He should be doing way more than what he actually did in this tournament.
Find a successor. He wanted Gohan to beat Cell and become the next defender of Earth. He didn't kill Boo when he could have, so the Gotenks could get the job done.
Okay, there's been some contention on whether Goku could have actually beat him. I honestly do believe he could have. Oh, that's just for smooth. That's not that. It'll pop back up. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the problem is the fighting happened, and Piccolo was just like, you could have beaten him, couldn't you have? And Goku was like, I don't know. But then later, when he goes up to fight Kid Buu, he's just like, yeah, I could have took you out back when you were Fat Buu, but I didn't. So we don't know if he was being cheeky before and just like, I don't know if I could have done it, or if he didn't really believe it, or seeing the height of his power of Kid Buu and just going like, yeah, I guess I could have beat you back there. Don't really know. Probably could have. Probably couldn't have.
Oops, went away. Yep. There we go. Everything's back.
He wants to rely on others. He doesn't want to do it all himself. The complete opposite of Jiren, the man who didn't acknowledge his teammate.
Man, that's some real like end of Dark Knight Rises where it's just like, oh, I don't want to be Batman. Somebody else do this. Anybody else,
my
please,
problem no more.
Please.
His friends, and had no issues with being the last one standing and finishing the job with nothing but his own strength. Although power levels and forms often determine who wins fights in Dragon Ball, there is still often subtle thematic weight.
There's so much to unpack in the two sentences you just said. Even though often forms and power levels determine who wins, there's also often thematic weight.
Yeah,
Dude,
boy.
Let's hear all of that again.
And had no issues with being the last one standing and finishing the job with nothing but his own strength. Although power levels and forms often determine who wins fights in Dragon Ball, there is still often subtle thematic weight behind said fights.
Subtle thematic weight.
Subtle, very subtle thematic weight behind those fights.
Subtle thematic weight.
It wasn't just Goku fighting Frieza. He was fighting for all the universe and all the people that Frieza killed. And he was accepting his Saiyan heritage as Piccolo accepted his Namekian heritage when he absorbed Nail.
Things are so stupid. You can say the same thing about the damn room.
But people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about the themes of betrayal in the room and heartache and all this other crap to make it good. No, but that's bad. Man, it just breaks down so easily when you think about it like that. I thought Bruce stopped being Batman in Arkham Knight because his identity was revealed and thus took away some of the scare factor. I don't remember. Did he? You have to ask
Yeah, he did.
about that.
No, he did. Okay. It was in the post credits, but he was still doing some Batman-y things.
Goku couldn't even land a hit on Jiren before gaining UI, but then later fights alongside Vegeta in Kaioken Blue against Jiren somewhat equally. You could call this a power scaling mistake, or blame it on Zenkai's, but instead I tend to look at this moment as a great thematic event.
Pause. And see, that's all you need. Dude. It doesn't make sense that they can fight him because he had to use UI before. He was clearly shown in Blue trying to fight him and he was doing nothing. But now he can. Why does that make sense? Well, thematically, no. I don't give a shit about thematically because you need the whole picture for the thematic elements to come together. In the moment, this don't make no sense. Even when you tie in the themes. Okay, you got the thematic boards, but can anything happen as so long as it's thematic for individuals like them? I don't like this line of thinking where it's just like, you could say it is this, but it's thematic, so it's cool. It's like, no, there's a long list of problems with this. Mother could not hurt him before. But now he can. Why?
Because of the themes.
Because of themes.
Because of the theme.
A concept outside of Dragon Ball. A meta concept. Within Dragon Ball, it's not a story. It's more fighting. But you gotta look at it for the themes for it to make sense.
own ideal of using true strength and fighting on your own was being challenged. Goku and Vegeta alone couldn't touch him, but together they could. As when two people put their trust in one another, they can topple a lone giant.
Whis himself said that if Goku and Vegeta work together, they might be able to beat Beerus. That was just that being shown for someone that's as strong or stronger than a god of destruction. Nothing to do with teamwork, some thematic teamwork bullshit. It's just paying off something that was set up earlier. This is ridiculous, dude.
You say they working together and they could topple a mighty giant. They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
So now what? Not enough theme?
Not themey enough.
A thematic event. Everything comes back to themes with these people. Always and forever. Because you gotta look at it like, oh man, this don't make a whole lot of sense. I gotta think of a way it makes sense. So you can either be like, all right, I'm gonna be a power scaler and just go, all right, this man punches with the force of a nuclear bomb, and then he travels at this speed, blah blah blah. And you can make a whole bunch of calcs, and then other people can either fact check it or just believe it, or you can be like, no, no, sit down, homie. Let me tell you about themes.
But how does Frieza and 17 fit into that theme? Shut up.
Former enemies that Goku now trusts. And Jiren never had that.
What's that about teamwork? Oh, we're just playing to Jiren's character.
Sure.
I forgot how bad Vegeta's blue evolved form looked.
Sparkly blue is horrible.
Please
buy the toy.
It's 3 people that just edged out a win because of the rules of the tournament. It wasn't even like a defeated.
Yeah, no, you just gotta huck them off.
You hucked them off, and that was the rule. Would you have won if it was a fight to the death? I would submit no.
And this same thematic logic can be applied to...
Same thematic logic!
Yep, not a different thematic logic, but the same thematic logic.
Oh, guy.
...one another, they can topple a lone giant. And this same thematic logic can be applied to many more fights in this arc. Cabba unlocked Super Saiyan 2 in order to necessitate saving KL and Caulifla. He won because unlike his opponent, he was fighting for his friends. Vegeta beats Toppo because the latter...
That's a theme of Dragon Ball, essentially, then. Why are you ascribing it to this?
Now we just have to be like, okay, so what is the threshold to unlock in Super Saiyan 2? Because here is protecting, but with Gohan, it was anger, righteous fury. Or was that also protecting the ones that he loved? What about Vegeta? How did he unlock it? Was it during Majin Buu, or did he unlock it during the 7-year time skip? Same with Goku. He has nobody to protect.
How did he get Super Saiyan 3? I was re-listening to Rock City Boys. Did I miss something?
...away his sense of justice and given into a raw power in order to win. Vegeta had done the same, throwing away his pride for power in the form of Majin Vegeta. But Goku was still stronger because Goku was true to himself and his own power, his own pride.
No, he had literal Super Saiyan 3 in his pocket that he just didn't bust out.
Yeah, because he was dead. It wasn't because he was true to himself.
He was just stronger.
What are you talking about?
Whereas Vegeta forsaked his pride and lost due to not being true to himself.
What? He fought against the mind control strictly based on his pride.
Vegeta didn't lose. They were tied, and then he knocked Goku out.
As such, it was only reasonable for Toppo, a man who threw away his justice in the pursuit of power, to lose to someone who had made the same mistake themselves.
Pause! But what about strength? It's not just the thematic. I told you there was the argument of Vegeta fighting Toppo, who was a manifestation of his old self who threw away his pride. I told you that was the argument. But it doesn't matter. Of course he's going to lose because he threw away his pride. Look at Vegeta. He lost. Well, actually, he didn't. He actually kind of beat Goku, but he was tied. But whatever, doesn't really matter. He had a whole big thing about, you can't just say that he lost when he didn't lose, number one. And Toppo didn't just lose because he threw away his pride. These theme battles, it is just theme versus theme, and people just go, good. Unless we're talking about the room.
Unless we're talking about something bad, then suddenly Well, there's no themes here. There's no good to be had. I can tell you a theme of I Frankenstein. I don't make it good.
From it. This is why Ultra Instinct is so thematically profound to me.
Oh my
If this
god.
bastard say theme one more time, that's why it's so thematically important to me.
Where's my bingo card?
Ultra ego, more like ultra themes.
The tournament was undoubtedly Goku's fault, and everyone agrees on that fact. But that
They would have just been destroyed. At least he gave one planet an out.
only adds more thematic weight to the arc.
Oh, are you serious? No! Dude! You can't! You can't do a theme almost every sentence! No!
Why not? I'm doing it.
Holy crap!
I'm doing it. There's so many themes.
Man! What's wrong with people?
They don't have a way to analyze without just going theme. They don't truly have the capabilities to dissect and do that. It's just like themed, iconic, narrative weights, character development. Without dissecting what the word means and how it fits into this, they're just using it.
It's just thematically important to me, and it's got a theme that it just themes at you. Like, I can't.
As this arc represents Goku's choices, he was the cause of the tournament where the strongest in the cosmos gather. Goku's truest desire has always been to fight stronger and stronger people, and this tournament is his reward for all his choices he has made up until that point. Half Universe's 17 is Goku's former enemies. He chose to spare these enemies to save them and to help them reform.
He did not spare 17. He did not spare 18. Who are you talking about, sir?
He murdered Frieza.
Who are you talking about, sir?
Piccolo was spared. Vegeta was spared.
What's Piccolo spared? He won the tournament.
Yeah, but he was like, give him a sensu bean. Tien, he wasn't in no threat of death. Roshi, that bastard. He gonna get what's coming to him.
What a monster. Can't wait.
If Goku hadn't made these choices, they wouldn't be on the team and Universe 7 would have lost. Goku's choice...
You don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, 17... Sure, but he didn't have anything to do with that. Same thing with 18. He was dead. He had nothing to do with 18 being alive. He did not spare 18.
Goku
And 18
spared his
didn't even
own
really
son.
do much. I think these guys look at how their English class and they did was...
I think these guys look at how in their English class all they did was look for themes, so they try reapplying the same idea to the things that actually like. It feels like they took a college course, like even maybe a community college course, or even just a workshop where it was just like, here's what you should be looking for, here's what you're doing, blah blah blah. What's the theme of your story? How does it tie into?
More than that.
It should be, but it's not.
You can't just be like, man, it's thematically important to me.
Choices led up to the moment he squared off against Jiren, and they led to him gaining Ultra Instinct. The form was gained by absorbing the energy of the Spirit Bomb, a collective mass of the energies of his companions,
How
of
was
the
he allowed
friends
to
he
do
made
that?
along his journey.
That whole Spirit Bomb making in Ultra Instinct, it's so stupid.
So stupid.
Why did it hurt him? Pure of heart. Were we forgetting that? Go on, you can bounce it back. It's cool.
But I absorb it.
Why couldn't you bounce it back?
And the enemies he turned into allies. As such, Ultra Instinct was granted by his companions by his trust in them. Ultra Instinct versus Jiren, therefore, is not Goku versus some strong guy. It is the power of trust and connection fighting against the idea
Oh
of true
my
strength.
goodness. It is literally two themes clashing.
What do the angels do to get their Ultra Instinct? Because there's no trust and companionship there.
Fight hard, work hard, train.
Oh, so it seems like Ultra Instinct can be gained without this thematic bush. It was just his energy was out and instinctively he fought. Ultra Instinct.
That's kind of like what happened with Natsu with the cursed fire, man. We was just like, oh, I had to expel all of my fire and then I can eat your fire. Don't you remember that fight?
No, I remember.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, I
It's
remember.
Fairy Tail. It's a good movie. Good movie.
Good.
It's not a good movie
Are there
because it's
fairy
not a
tale
movie.
movies? Are there fairy tale movies?
There are. One of them has one of my most hated moments of all time.
Wow. And
And
fairy
in all
tale
the
or
fairy
period?
tale,
Okay,
yes.
I was about to say.
They're not good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are they worse than Hunter x Hunter?
No, there is no worse than Hunter.
Are they worse than Bleach?
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
The worst Bleach versus the worst fairy tale, which is worse?
Fairy Tail.
Okay, there you go.
The Hitsugaya one was real bad. But that's just because I don't like Hitsugaya. That's not fair.
Yeah. That's not objective.
As viewers, we thought 17 was dead and Frieza was out for the count.
3-5, that's pretty good, Triton.
Yeah.
So in the moment, it seemed like it was the entirety of Universe 7's team fighting through Goku against the single remaining member of Universe 11.
That sounds like Broly. I don't give a shit.
But then Android 17 themed his way up, and he survived his explosion through themes.
It is only fitting then that the man like
Remember when
was
Goku almost killed Krillin and chose to spare him?
stand alone at the end, and that Goku would not. As shown by their fight, true strength loses out in the face of trust. Jiren resorted to
Jiren would have won. The rules of the tournament.
trying to kill Goku's friends to show the weakness of trust, but instead show the power of it. Goku protected his friends and they trusted him. Jiren tried to kill them to show Goku how weak his trust in them was.
He literally just said this sentence. Why is he repeating the same sentence? He literally just said this sentence. Why is he saying the same sentence again?
This is
not an anomaly, y'all. This will be a rating.
But instead Goku showed Jiren how strong their trust in him was. However, Goku couldn't finish the job. He was affected by the
So it didn't work.
what does that say for the themes if it didn't work? If his theme of trusting in his friends and all, which granted him this power, did not work, what does that mean for the theme?
Is there really Kiss Anime in the upper left? Don't do this.
backlash of Ultra Instinct at the last moment and almost fell. In my opinion, this is the flip side to his trust, to his choices. Goku, like everyone, has made some wrong choices.
What? This is the flip side to his choices? So he thematically ran out of Ultra Instinct. It's not that it ran out. It's just that it's his
The
choices.
scene ended.
What are you doing?
Raise the shields, y'all. All members got the shields.
Why? I can't.
Oh, actually, ask the owner, do I have the shield? I do have the shield. Awesome.
I
Awesome.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought I would have had to join myself. Awesome.
choices. Goku, like everyone, has made some wrong choices and has made some mistakes. He has misunderstood situations and done some plain stupid stuff. If Ultra Instinct is the culmination of all his choices up until that point, then of course there would be dark aspects to it, in this case the form of backlash. However, this only...
He's not used to it. There's always back.
Yes. We don't really know the ramifications of using this perfected form, so it's not like, hey, this is thematically going on. It's just like, hey, his body couldn't take it. He's been fighting for all this time. All right.
reinforces the strength of trust, as both Frieza and 17 were there to help. Frieza, Goku's greatest enemy, and 17, a guy Goku barely interacted with and had very little interaction with ever. The three of them beat...
But that's not thematic. He wasn't
What is that
thematically helping him. He was helping
thematically?
him because his kids, who we never see, would have died.
And wife.
And wife. This isn't a theme thing. What
What's
does
his
it?
boat?
What does it say that a dude that he's never really interacted with is helping him? He doesn't know this dude. He hasn't worked out any strategies. It's just like, well, you can hit Jiren. That's the plan.
as Goku had the support, the strength of all those he ever trusted, be them his greatest enemy or some android he never seriously fought. His decision led him to the moment he toppled Jiren, the moment he showed the great alien the strength of trust and the error of relying solely on yourself. After the tournament, Jiren realised his flawed mentality. He was shocked that his teammates thanked him. He accepted that he had been selfish and only thought for himself. However, when Goku said he couldn't wait for the next fight, Jiren smiled. He realised the power of trust and opened his heart for the first time since his master and friends were killed. Jiren was Goku's greatest enemy, the person who was like him so much but so different at the same time. Goku's wish at the end of Z was for Kid Buu to be reincarnated as Oob, to be an even stronger foe for him to face. As Goku never wants to reach the ceiling,
Why was that wish granted?
It was also not that he was just another. It was also that he's good.
Why was that wish granted? Hopefully you come back sometime. I'd love to fight you again.
Did it need to be a wish when he can literally just transport himself to King Yama and be like, hey, yo, we gotta... Why does Boo have a soul?
Why would Kid Buu get his soul able to be reincarnated? Goku just wanted his salty run back. You didn't win. But I didn't either, so I need this.
wants to fight stronger and stronger people. And that is why the wish for Kid Buu's reincarnation is the completion of Goku's character. By the end of Z, he realized what...
Bye, friends and family.
Goodbye.
My character is complete.
Goodbye.
he truly wants, nothing more than his own simple love for fighting. His story ends on Earth, meeting his new rival, a person with the latent power of Buu and the key of the gods. It, in a way, is symbolic of one of Dragon Ball's greatest themes, nature versus nurture. Goku learned trust from being raised an Earthling, and by combining his Earthling nurture with his Saiyan nature to gain strength beyond what was possible alone. Goku the Saiyan...
Vegeta did it alone. No nurture. He became a Super Saiyan. What are you talking about?
But what about Gohan? Nature versus nurture. He sat down and got his potential unlocked. What does that mean? He trained maybe 3-4 times throughout the entirety of the series.
No, Goku has brain damage. He got a severe concussion.
So are we talking about Jiren or Blackbeard now? His mouth is going all over the place.
Why didn't the Sensu Bane restore him?
Who?
Goku, his mind.
It was too late. Sorry.
What?
Sorry, it's too late.
It's too late.
I don't think it can regrow limbs, which is why Gohan future Gohan only had one.
But
arm.
it closes up wounds and repairs that. I mean, it fixed Gohan's broken neck. So why did it?
It can't do everything. Look at the heart virus. They
but that's a natural thing. He got brain damage from a hard knock to the head.
You're right. You just gotta go. It just couldn't. It just can't.
It just can't.
It just can't. Sorry. Or maybe it did, and all he had to do was hear his daddy's voice, and then it unlocked it.
Dude,
because that's a good thing in the manga.
It's not a good thing.
Oh, it's not.
It is a thing in the manga. It is real bad.
It did fix the hole in Yamcha's chest.
Oh yeah, absolutely did.
And that's organs, maybe. But that's at least tissue and stuff. It's closing things, and it's repairing it and reconstituting what is not there, including blood.
Why can't it heal limbs? How do we know this?
I just have to assume.
No, it closes chest.
I just gotta assume.
How did the bean get to his stomach? He got a hole.
Oh no. They just popped it in the hole. Does it have to get to the stomach?
I would assume it has to go through the body.
Why?
The bloodstream.
Why? The bloodstream?
I would have to assume that it breaks down immediately and then filters into the bloodstream to repair things.
What?
I don't know.
Filter bloodstream? What evidence do you have of that?
Because it's repairing the body and the tissues. Like this, they gulp and then it's like a hot second and then they all the power up.
But nothing gets absorbed that fast.
But that's why I'm like, it's a mystical type of being where it just absorbs into the bloodstream and starts.
Okay, so why can't it just be a mystical type of being? Why you gotta bring blood into this?
How else would it filter through the rest? It's gotta break down and go into whatever it is. Oh no, that face is not good.
A sensu being can also regenerate lost anatomy, including teeth, organs, and limbs.
So why? Oh, brain's an organ. Why?
However, it appears that the sensu beings cannot heal injuries that have already healed over, like scars or stubs of Saiyan tails. While they can heal poisoning, they cannot heal sickness or diseases.
No, your brain does not scar over. It should have repaired his brain.
Are you a brain surgeon?
I know something about CCE because of football, and it's real bad, and wrestling.
Oh, sounds like you're not a brain surgeon. And this
I know I'm not a brain surgeon.
This unsighted Wikipedia article might be a brain surgeon.
With the spirit of an Earthling would fight Oob, a human with the spirit of an alien. I truly believe Oob will surpass Jiren as Goku's greatest rival, but until that happens...
Weren't all the beings destroyed in the future? Korin is still alive, and he had at least one being to give to Trunks. Get him, Theme! Get him! Oh, that's really bad. This is basically what it is. I like how the themes are in different fonts.
Jiren will stand as the closest person to Goku in strength and ideals. A person who desires true strength. Not a true strength that overcomes everyone, but a true strength that will never...
Do you see that he went, his character is bland and all this crap, and he goes, I disagree with all of them. Mm-hmm. What has he said about his character being bland? How is it not bland based upon what he said?
Because thematically.
Oh,
that's why nobody understands why it's so good. Because thematically, it's such the opposite and the foil to Goku. This thing blast is great.
Stop growing. Jiren is, as such, Goku's ultimate foil, his greatest enemy. A man who walked a similar path to our protagonist, but due to events outside of his control, adopted a strikingly different mindset. Jiren is often accused of just having Batman's backstory, but that couldn't be any further from the truth.
No, he has in Togoro's backstory.
yeah.
Why, are you really about to sit here and say it's not Batman? Are you really about to sit here and prove that he's not Batman?
People say that he's like Batman. Okay, we don't listen to those people.
I don't agree. Okay, what's the next point here, sir?
Batman lost his parents and developed an unwavering sense of justice to make sure no one ever...
Revenge! Vengeance! Not the same!
...goes through what he did again. Jiren lost his family and developed a sense of anger at himself, and so trained to make sure...
You are legitimately sitting here going, no, he not Batman, though. You don't listen to dumb like that. This is goofy.
Goofy.
He would never suffer like that again, so that his own strength would never fail him again. One of these is undoubtedly selfless and the other selfish. And only when Jiren was shown a better path by Goku did he finally let that anger at himself diminish. Only when he lost it, he...
Hey, Toguro was both selfless and selfish. Because he's a legitimately complex character. Not because of the themes, but because of how he was written.
I'm not going theme fight against them. I'm not going to Yusuke won because of themes.
I can tell you the themes. I can tell you the themes of the story, but that's not anything I'm going to explore when I'm talking about what makes Toguro and Yusuke good.
Alfonso, I would say Sasuke's backstory. It's got a bit of Sasuke's backstory in there as well.
It would have been better if all the universes were connected in no multiverse. It would make the world building more intriguing. Yeah, because the universe is such a vast place, and then they go, only like 17 planets have life in your universe. Like, you've limited it so much.
For
the
no
universe.
reason.
You could have said the galaxy. You could have said the galaxy are that Earth does. Because then you can have 40 galaxies in the universe, and there's so much more to explore throughout. But nah, the universe. Whose galaxy is going to be destroyed? Just that easy. There's too many to maintain. There's too many for the Kais. We're going to destroy like 5 of them. It's so easy.
But nah. And then people were so hyped when they were just like, yo, there's 11 other universes? They were so hyped because they're just like, stuff that we don't know.
Those 3 universes
things.
aren't even here because they're too strong for this tournament? I can't wait to see what those universes entail. Whoops. It's gonna be hype.
Whoops. Yo, y'all see Teen Titans Go to the movie and what they did with Batman's
origin story? Dude, I was dying in it. It's so dark when they're just pushing Batman's parents, throwing the beats on her. Dude, it's so dark. It's hilarious. Teen Titans Go is fantastic, y'all. Stop the bush.
Realised true strength wasn't the act of always winning. He had to lose again to put everything into perspective. He became so fixated on strength due to the death of his friends, but instead of realising he felt such anger due to his love and trust in his friends, he came to the conclusion that his own strength was to blame instead of the killer themselves. Goku is not a perfect person, but he knows what he wants in life, even if it took him all of Z to work that out. Jiren is the same. He wasn't a perfect guy and still isn't, but by meeting Goku he managed to work out what he truly wanted. Goku chose not to kill anymore after fighting Piccolo, and Jiren chose to open his heart once more to friends and trust after losing to Goku. For this reason I love Jiren and think he's one of the best antagonists Dragon Ball has ever produced.
Oh my.
So I hope if only slightly I've changed
Thematic.
What is that? What is that?
Who is that?
Him as such an
He looks like Harudagon! And Piccolo! Oh my goodness! That's not a design!
Are you telling me that this character does not have a design?
Man, how do you even... Not Harudagon. What is it, Harudagon? Not Harudagon. It's one of them. I can't remember who it is that has that jewel in his head. But anyway, what do you even look up to find that guy?
I couldn't even begin to tell you, dude. Orange thumb.
Oh my goodness! People clapping for that?
I hope if only slightly I've changed your view on Jiren the Great and helped you to understand why I now see him as such an incredible foil for Son Goku. Comment of the week comes from King Mamsie, and I'm glad to hear that Jotaro is your favourite JoJo as well.
Oh my goodness, you suck. Jotaro? The video on Jotaro's character was beautifully done. He was always my favorite JoJo since I first watched part 3 until I read part 7 a few months ago. Laughing sweat emoji. And yeah, I agree with the beginning wholeheartedly. I love Tyler.
Probably a creator.
Somebody else in the video. But the Jotaro slander from him and his friends is hurt to watch.
Jotaro sucks.
Hey, why didn't you explain...
It's not slander if it's true.
Why don't you explain why you liked Jotaro? King
how
Ramsey.
How is this the comment of the week? When just going like, I love Jotaro. I do like the thinking of a comment of the week type of thing. But not from you bums. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Hachiak, that's what it was.
Hachiak?
Yeah, from Plant to Eradicate the Sands.
Who?
It was a OVA and tie-in to a video game on the Famicom.
Why do you know this?
-9.
No, I'm going to 10. Screw you. All them themes, bro.
All those themes.
He barely said nothing but theme.
But again, he ain't really say nothing.
I don't care. He said theme a lot.
While we're wrapping this up, download the Mark video.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's man.
I mean, I could have just did a web page. What's it called?
The Naruto Mark DBZ theme. I'm gonna look that up. Naruto Mark DBZ theme.
Let's see how fast it downloads.
Super Saiyan theme, Mark Menza. Okay, sure. Hey, but look at that. I got the Mark video. His third reply.
That's kind of sad.
There's a Naruto theme called Sasuke's Destiny. Ugh. I don't like that.
Hachiak. All right, let's see.
Yep, that's Hachiak. He was in one of the Budokai games.
And
We used to play those.
the Budokai games has 180 characters. I'm not gonna remember them all. I'm not gonna remember Android 15.
Was he in one of them? I don't think he was. I think I might just be lying.
Hachiak? What? Jotaro's a cheeseburger. Nick 10, I will forget about this video in an hour. Absolutely. I don't see.
It's leaving. Themes. And Goku is the opposite themes, and he's these themes.
I think he was in Raging Blast. Wasn't Raging Blast the one where they tried to be a little bit more competitive? Yeah, and it was like
Raging Blast. Yep, that was it.
okay, Raging Blast too. Okay then, bruh.
You need to get up on the Hachiak lore.
Why would I get up on anything Hachiak?
There was a plan to eradicate the Saiyans, and there was also a plan to eradicate the Super Saiyan, which was the plan to eradicate the Saiyan. It was also used as a guide to what you were supposed to do in the video game. So you would watch the video, you would play the video game, get stuck, and be like, "Oh, what do I do?" And then you go over to the actual movie. But then plan to eradicate the Super Saiyans, that was released later, so they took out all the stuff that was pertaining to because it was a whole thing about evil poison gas, which took away your powers. And that's why everybody was equal, and you had to play.
Isn't that fighters?
Yeah, kinda. But you had to fight with like cards, so that's why you couldn't do all your moves immediately. It was card.
Bro, I need more card battle games.
Totally not Mark.
Yeah, it's coming. I swear themes have been ruined for me for eternity. I don't know if us pointing out everybody saying themes has ruined it, or it's always been there and people just needed to.
I think it's just so many in a row, because if you watch, I don't know how many anime YouTubers that people watch outside of us. So you watch, let's say, one a week, and you just watch it. It just washes over. You go, all right, moving on. You don't really think about him going theme, and it's just over. But once somebody points it out to you, you just go, dang, they are saying theme a whole lot.
I don't know where we go in this.
Yeah, we could just skip around. If anybody got a timestamp of anything particularly egregious, we can hear that. But we could just skip around and just hear a couple of points.
Okay.
I kind of want to hear the end though, where he summarizes all of the.
We'll end with the end, and then we'll do some questions. So let's just jump to about here.
Had this Biju inside of him has offered him a unique privilege, perhaps an unfair one, thus detracting from how some people
Okay, I need to go back a little
you
bit
need
on
to
that
go
one.
back. I think
stand him,
he's.
but I have heard some folks talk about Naruto having an unfair advantage compared to others in the story. That the fact that he has had this Biju inside of him has offered him a unique privilege.
Pause.
Perhaps an unfair
You
one.
can't deny, perhaps an unfair one. I'm gonna shut down all of your chakra natures. You will not be able to form any chakra. Psych, no, yeah, I can, and I win. How is that not unfair?
Who else could have done that?
He can tap somebody on the shoulder and just be like, okay, now you got Fox chakra. And he still got chakra to spare.
Watch the full.
Thousands of people.
Watch the full video, you cowards. It's 33 minutes. We out. And so
Come on now. I'm not watching 33 minutes of this, Martin. No.
Timestamp 1440. Oh yeah, we'll go there after this a little bit.
Thus detracting from how some people might feel about Naruto. And while I can see where they're coming from, with the Fox providing him a near unlimited supply of chakra and healing factor, thus leading to a lot of his success in the story, I think if you came away from this tale with that outlook, it feels, at least to me reading at this point in the story, that you might have missed the entire point of this section, and indeed
Pause.
a core...
You done missed the point.
You'd have missed the point.
He
did have an unfair advantage, legitimately. You can't ignore that.
Unlimited chakra. He has never been like, yo, chakra's all out. Because he always got a whole separate pool. Shika's like, all right, I got in almost no chakra and 2 flash bangs. What I do?
I gotta think of something.
With chakra. I mean, that's not a problem with Naruto when they're just like, yo, the shadow clone, that cuts your chakra in half. But he's just spamming them. Thousands of the bastards. No problem. Nobody else in the series can do that. It's not fair. He can have infinite knowledge if he wasn't stupid and lazy.
Yeah. Oh, I know who won that rock, paper, scissors. I never even thought about that.
As we see him
Bruh,
playing,
he could be reading all types of books, history, learning all types of new jutsus. He could be sleeping and have his shadow clones be awake doing
constantly.
There could be no point in the day where Naruto is not learning and growing. Because his chakra
also
is
training.
near unlimited.
Because the training also carries back over to the original, because they were doing the Leaf Rasen Shuriken Wind training. So you can get stronger and smarter at any point of the day to no cost to yourself.
Putting your fingers together, creating 5, and then going about your day.
You done missed the point, though.
Part of Naruto's character development as this series has progressed. There's no secret that this story, particularly in this moment, is trying to glorify the attributes and virtues Naruto is brandishing. However, something that's important to remember is that a central through line of this arc and story has been that very easily Naruto could have turned out exactly like Obito too.
I don't care. How did that change that he had an unfair advantage?
And also, through no fault of his own, he could have been like Obito. Because the village are a bunch of bums who just allowed this to happen. I'll talk about this in the episode that's going to be released soon. But chapter 1, you see Choji's daddy like, yeah, let's cut this bastard Naruto's head off. You're like, Choji daddy, what are you doing? Monk don't care. They're like, yeah, we should have done this forever ago. They let him be like this. They let him fester in that hate. The literal manifestation of hate in the world, the Nine Tails. And just like, put him in the boy and let's just shun him. There will be no side effects to this. We won't get repercussions.
All right, somebody called for 1440. Let's jump ahead to that.
A little bit earlier.
Okay, sure.
So much so.
Yeah, okay, even so.
Happens with Sasuke, albeit not due to his direct input, but instead his brothers, leading to Kabuto fulfilling the place of Obito in Naruto's situation. The entire scenario is just so well conceived of and performed that I'm honestly thrilled with how everything is going. So much so, the next part took me entirely and completely off guard. Volume 70, Guy versus Madara. I know I'm the guy online that repeatedly says things are the best or that such and such thing is my favorite of all time, etc. I'm a pretty energetic person, and when something excites me in a story, I honestly get overcome with enthusiasm and energy. Because
I completely understand that, but this isn't an in-the-moment reaction. This is you writing this down and recording.
Yes. I can understand if you're live streaming, you're a React channel, and it's just like, my God, this is awesome. Holy crap, awesome. But you have the time to write it down. You have the time to look at it and go, okay, what word do I want to substitute for awesome there? Well, awesome.
Dang, I just said it was the best arc that I've ever read last week.
Just say tremendous. It's a tremendous arc.
Other than that. Oh no, I'll just say the same thing and just make a joke out of it. And then it's just like, oh, people are making the jokes at me for constantly saying it. Why y'all doing that? Because you constantly say it. Don't say it and you won't get memed.
When I'm reviewing a story, I need to express my enjoyment of a particular choice. I tend to use hyperbolic statements when I can't conceive of an effective way to convey just how wonderfully a particular scene or character.
That means you're limited as an analyst and you need to figure out how to grow in that if your vocabulary is so stunted that the only thing you could think of to convey your excitement is, this is the best ever. One of the best ever.
And it's, again, not in the moment. You have time to think about what you want to say. And you still can't conceive of a way to properly explain yourself?
Mark just called himself a bum.
Y'all, I suck. Nuts on the table, all right?
Look, man, here's I'm just going to lay it all out. I'm not very good. I'm not good. I'm not good.
character has made me as a reader feel. However, in hindsight, I think what started as an innocent exclamation of adulation has become a crutch for me to burden with the load of translating my enthusiasm to you all as listeners. Guy versus Madara is a scene that does not deserve such treatment. It does not deserve a shortcut. It deserves my best. Because this fight scene right here moved and connected to me in ways that no other part of this story has managed to achieve, and due to that, I want to take my time to explain why. I am 30 years old, and being 30 is weird. You're not really old yet, but you're also not really young either.
Pause. Any age is weird if you think about it. It's the number of years that you've been on this planet. What is old?
I'm 18, so I'm not really an adult, but I am an adult.
I'm still technically a teen, so I fit in the demographic of teen. It's like, hey, I'm 23. It's like, I'm not old enough to really be like, yo, I've been on this planet enough for that 30, 40-year-olds will listen to me when I have a poignant issue. I'm not going to be running for Senate at 23. You're too young for that.
Like, old these days, I'd say like 45. A lot of people hit their stride in their late 30s, early 40s.
Oh my goodness, I hate that I don't remember his name. Snape's voice actor. Not voice actor, Snape's actor. I hate that I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman didn't start acting till he was like 45, 50.
I can't remember what author it was, but it was just like, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was like 37. And I went to like a college for writing, and then I became a writer. Like, 30 is not young, old, whatever. It means nothing. 45 is middle age, though. Isn't technically middle age whatever the halfway point of life expectancy is at the time? And I think the life expectancy at the time is like mid 70s.
I think it's women live longer than
I know that much. Liam Neeson became a popular actor in his 60s.
Yeah. What is old? I'm older than you, Mark, and I feel like I'm in my 20s. I'm not like, oh man, I'm feeling old. Time.
It's over.
I'm like, how old am I? 32? All right, whatever. It's a number. It doesn't matter.
It's a f***ing number.
Determines with that second part has really fucked with me ever since turning 30.
You're come on now, dude. What does it matter? It is literally
He
just
is legitimately
a number.
having a midlife crisis.
What are you walking into cons like I'm the 30-year-old guy? What are you doing? You got a life? You got a wife? You got fans?
A career that's sustaining you fantastically.
You supporting people?
You have a company?
And you like 30, man. What's it? Come on now. I don't understand that. That toy incident aged him by 20 years.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna feel like I feel now in 25 years.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be liking anime. I'm still gonna be doing the same. I'm still gonna be as goofy.
Bruce about to hit his 60th birthday, and he legitimately has been acting like that for all of my life. Not missing a step.
Grandfather, that man was cutting down trees in his 70s.
What is feeling old? What is being old? How you having I don't know your mindset, Mark, but I don't understand it. That you're just like 30. Wow. No. What?
Oh, Chris, self-publishing is easy. I self-published a book just to get the process in, and now I'm doing a Kindle Vella story where I'm just writing and publishing as I'm going. It's stupid fun. And I actually have some fans on the Kindle Vella story, so that's good for me. I earned $10.
That's $10.
That's $10.
Say this, but
Grandfather must have had a huge back. No, he was very small.
Oh, dude, he was lithe. Like, I could not believe
he
it.
looked like a marathon runner. You think he just sprint off. A lot of people say that I walk very fast, and that is very true.
Absolutely.
He was lapping me. I remember that. I'm like, dang, why he walking so fast? And now that's me.
He's 32. I'm about to be 34 in a month. My birthday is next month. Yay me. And yeah, I don't feel any different. Like, I'm learning programming so I can go into a career. I'm writing books in my free time. I'm doing this YouTube channel. I got off of work last night at 1:30 a.m. No, I got off of work at 11:30. I cooked me a dinner. I ate it, and by 1 o'clock, I was working on the background, the overlays, and looking up everything. And that I spent 3 to 4 hours doing that, learning how to do channel points and all that stuff that's coming soon. I'm still constantly doing. One of my free time things is I test video games for money. I don't feel old, Mark.
I was rocking up into My Little Pony conventions just going, yeah, I'm 28, 29, don't matter. Sitting next to literal little girls. Like, yeah, rarity.
But that bus story, though.
We're not going to talk about that. I'll say that.
Great. What are you? Didn't Mark just get a dog? I think he got a dog. Did he get a new one? I don't know. You guys are a couple of oldies. We make Naruto AMVs. That was never a name.
That was
It was a potential. It has never come to fruition. I wonder if there's an actual person name we make Naruto AMVs now.
Your and Alfonso's birthday are both in May.
Okay then. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do for my birthday. Probably nothing.
Oh yeah, he probably had those compact, wiry muscles. He probably just like, yeah, let me just lift up this cinder block pallet, just over his head, like, oh no, that's a big problem.
That whole Cake Island was gross with him putting his dog up as a shield.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing it. Why is this guy coming for my neck? Because you a bum putting up a shield. I didn't realize my birthday was next month until a week ago.
Oh yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Mark has a well-paid job. He's enjoying fame, a little company, a wife in his 30s. What is he upset for? It's not like he's sitting at his parents' house just going, dang, I'm 30. I'm not doing anything.
Do something.
I'm jobless. All this stuff.
This YouTube thing isn't working really well.
The man doing well for himself.
I'm making like $1,000 a month on YouTube. It's not really paying any bills. It's not allowing me to save. I'm spending more money than I'm making. No.
I don't understand it.
Spend your whole life being young and a kid until one day you're not. And there was a moment where I thought to myself, how do I not be a kid chasing a dream or goal? Should I change? Should I...
People chase their dreams and goals into their 40s.
Yeah.
No,
it's not the mindset of just kid and then not kid anymore. There's a transitional period.
No, I understand. You know, you're 33 and you're like, I can't be a football player.
Yeah, no, that dream is dead.
Yeah.
Time to get in shape and go to the Olympics. No. Sit down.
Yeah, there are some dreams you had as a kid that are just like, cut it out. That's not gonna happen. But you can make a restaurant happen if you want to build a restaurant. Get a loan, I'll get some capital. You can make it happen, even if it fails. You made it happen in your 40s and 50s. That means literal zero.
Yeah. And Cameron, we're not saying that money automatically equals happiness. No, he has a good life. It's
Why
not
is
just
he
about
feeling?
the money.
It's so odd that he's feeling like, oh my God, I'm getting old. And when he hits 30, when he is legitimately just kind of winning at life.
Yeah.
Whereas we're bumming it up and we're just like, yeah, this is great. Life's great. I don't understand what flipped his switch to be like, dang, old. To where Naruto is now speaking to him because of his feeling of getting older, of aging. I do not understand
Let's hear it.
Stay the same. A lot of popular media details coming-of-age stories where the naive hero grows to become a well-rounded adult in the
Wow! This is a spoiler!
Yo, that outfit. It's so good.
But that's a flame outfit. It's my favorite live action Spider-Man
It absolutely
outfit.
is a spoiler, but I feel like if anybody,
If you care,
if you wanted to see it, you done saw it already, or you've been spoiled.
you done synced it. I synced it.
Text of the story, but once they become the adult, normally the story ends.
Yo, that outfit
It's
is
so good. It's so
Once they become
good.
an adult, the story ends based on what?
Maybe he's gonna give an example.
Juno, Infinite Playlist. They don't just become the adult and story end. Ah, crap! We're crashing again.
I held out for that long.
So, does my story end here? Is everything after this boring?
What? Oh, see, this is the stuff I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't
Cameron.
understand that. It's just like I've hit a certain age and now it's all downhill from here. It's just boring. I'm no longer a kid. What is this mindset? You live life the way you want to live your life.
What's next? Well, I think how Naruto answers this very question is not only profound, but resonated with me in such a resounding fashion.
It resonated with me in a resounding fashion. You just talked about your vocabulary, Mark. What are you doing? Whew. Oh my God. Mark hit the wall. You guys are far too optimistic. If anything, I'm a pessimist. But I enjoy life. I don't think life is going to become boring when I hit 37 or something. Life's going to be life.
Still have a lot of stuff that I enjoy. I'm still going to do the things I want to do. It's not just going to be, once you hit a certain age of time that you've been on this planet, it's all just up downhill from here. I understand if you're just like, all right, I'm 55. I'm not gonna just start switching jobs. I'm not gonna learn programming or anything.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here. You're here until you retire or until you die. But if you're in your 30s, it's just like you have infinite time and potential to just move on to whatever you want to do.
If you believe that your life is half over at 30, you have 15 years to change into something you tremendously enjoy and spend the next 15 doing that thing.
Essentially, you've only spent like 12 years doing things that you actually just want to do without being tethered. Because before that, it's just like parents, school,
even
blah, blah, blah.
Even less time if you went to college or something.
Simply need to share my experience. I've spoken at length in prior videos concerning my appreciation for Kishimoto's tackling of the themes of fostering the next generation through characters like Naruto and Shikamaru recognizing they need to adopt more responsibility as they transition into the new part of their lives. But it's
They're like 15! They're shouldering the burdens of the ninja world.
his message that hits me like a ton of bricks. And that message is to find meaning, not in yourself, but in what you can leave behind for others. Naruto's greatest
This ain't piano rendition. I don't care about leaving behind. Y'all just suck my balls. I just want to play Yakuza.
There's so many people that just like, dang, I want to leave my mark on history. I don't care. I want to make money, go to places I want to do, play the things I want to play, consume the things I want to consume, and die. I'm good.
Happy and die happy enough.
Die happy enough. Just go to sleep in a haze of happy. Yeah, whatever.
message for me isn't when it embraces traditionally shown in
This in piano rendition of In the End. What are we doing?
boy.
Naruto's greatest message for me isn't when it embraces traditionally shown in stories about overcoming your limits or achieving your dreams with your friends, but ironically when it flirts with what lies beyond your typical shonen coming-of-age tales. When I turned 30, I had a crisis. For my entire life, I was always in a phase where I was working towards something for me, to grow up into something that could contribute something meaningful. But once I got there, I didn't know what else to do other than coast and stare vacantly into the void that was the rest of my life, apparently.
Pause. You're not working to improve once you've hit your stride?
Oh, dude, I do not understand.
You get there and just like, well, I'm here now. You got your little YouTube and you just like, all right, how do I make this better? How do I improve?
It's done. It's over. We're good.
How do I make this as good as I can for as long as I can? How do I make sure that I'm relevant to the future? Future-proof myself. Nah, it's just done. It's over.
Okay, that's a little dramatic, but it's real,
never
and
mind.
that's why Guy's journey has been so impactful for me. I've never been the best at anything in my life, and to this day, I still hold that fact to be
Pause.
true.
Have you been the best at anything in your life?
I was the best Cassie player.
You could flip when you were younger, and not many people around us could do that.
Okay, but it means nothing. I don't really care about being the best.
Why do you need to be the best at something?
I would just enjoy being good if it allowed me to live a life I wanted to live.
Unless it's some sort of competition.
Oh yeah, but once it's competition, I want to be the best.
Absolutely, you could be like, yo, I want to be the best. But if you're just like, if you're in school, like, yeah, I'm the best pencil flipper. I do the best lunchroom beats. Like, well, that's not really anything.
I'm not the best writer, the best speaker, debater, reader, reviewer, boss, YouTuber, brothers.
Pause. Who is the best reader on the planet?
Victor Von Reed.
Hello, I am Reed.
How do you...
Ironically, I'm the second best on the planet.
You think?
My parents set me up and I just let them down.
Like, outside of...
I got a midlife crisis now. What am I?
Outside of the mid-range of things, like the average, how are you a better or worse reader than most people? Like a faster, more, you understand it more?
Dad said maybe somebody with a photographic memory.
Okay, but I think that's more memorizing than reading the thing. Like, are you talking about the comprehension of what you read? The speed of what you read? What is it?
Just the best reader.
I knew he couldn't read. Peanut, you have not read over 900,000 books. Get that out of here.
Son or even husband, but I want to be. I love to work hard and I try never to dwell on the scrutiny of other people when they review my content.
You literally linked somebody's comment and when they were like, yo, why? And you were like, why you being big bad me, man?
Come on now, you did this.
You literally did do that. Reed Richards, Reed Richards, fantastic reading man.
It ain't the best power.
Yeah, is it how many books? I don't know.
There is somebody in My Hero who has the quirk of reading. Statistically.
Can you imagine just being bored like that? Like, I can read real good.
Hey, yo, your baby is picking up a book. Is this his quirk?
I would hate it. All right.